everyone can say hello to Sash?
Hello,
Hello, Sash.
Yellow. He's right there.
I refuse.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Storm King's Thunder, where we find ourselves in a little bit of a strange position from a game or presentation point of view, because we have finished with the Fire Giant's stronghold, but there might be a few things that you still wanted to specify or deal with or finish while we were down there. Essentially, the Fire Giant is done with, and that's why I asked you to level up so that we could basically move on from there. But there is no doubt some things that you still want to know. For example, you might have plans about what you want to do with the Verdenderd, all this adamantine. You have more adamantine in one room than most adamantine mines have in their entire resource collection. The Fire Giants, of course, have more treasure than what's portable. We've picked up mirrors and jewels and bronze and brass and so on. But, you know, you might want to steal the gantries and take, like, the Hellhound pelts and rip off all the bed sheets and grab all the knives and forks because you're adventurous. I don't know, maybe you do. There's a great big set of adamantine doors. They're pretty difficult to open, but you'll work out how to open after time. Or you can just wait for the elevator, half an hour at a bloody time to go up, half an hour to go back down again. It's efficient, but it's not quick. And of course, in addition to your moiders, of which there was quite a few, in addition to all the kills that you've managed to accumulate during this conflict, you have I don't know if she's a prisoner or a hostage or someone with Stockholm syndrome, but she's kind of like not upset about the fact that you massacred her family and upset her society, because she wants to get out of this place and go and see the world. Maybe go to Paris. That's why this is a bit of an interesting sort of position that we start at. I'm happy, and maybe it's best if you guys recount personally and for our audience at home what happened in our previous game, which brought us to here. Two games really, since we spent quite a bit of time engaged in battle down at the bottom of that forge. And this might be, we might do some sort of slight retconning as we go forward and discuss what we've done, and then we're like, oh, but I wanted to get that from the, okay, that's cool, we'll go back. And so, there might be a bit of a disjointed timeline in these discussions of the first few minutes. So I will hand the floor over to you guys, and we can talk about how we got here, what we want to do now that we've conquered the Fire Giant's lair, and what comes next for the greatest heroes in the Sword Coast.
And we lost most of last session, so a recap would be helpful for anyone like in the future watching.
Indeed. You, good point. So, take it away.
So, we started our assault, and we went down the elevator, met some Fire Giants, but we managed to kill them all before they alerted anyone. But this is like, they already knew we were about, because like someone spotted Wild, because we were spying down on the Vodendont from the gantries. And then we moved further in, so they didn't know where we were, but they knew we were there. We met more Fire Giants, but we tried to stealth through, but we had to break our stealth when the Fire Giant's son, the Fire Giant Duke's son, was like tormenting a dwarf who we tried to save. And then that started the big fight, which lasted most of the session, which ended up with the sons dying, the Fire Giant King dying, and us recovering, just killing all of the giants. Well, most of the giants had to go around. Did I miss anything?
Sounds right to me.
Mm-hmm.
We got the
elemental thing
We
from
Ah,
the
yeah.
big forge into the iron.
And we killed most of the
glass.
drow as well.
All
And you've
but
been
one,
slaved
I
wild for at
believe.
least an hour, which is maybe still going. I don't know.
Slaved wild for an hour. Most of it was him doing hopscotch. I'd say about 80% of the hour was Wild just doing hopscotch.
You have sore legs.
And now we need to collect some different ores and things to take back with
I
us.
think-
Yep.
I don't think we did it, but we need to free the dwarven prisoners, well, as many prisoners as possible. But we need
Yeah,
to
there's-
return the dwarven prisoners to Citadel Akbar.
There's other levels, isn't there?
Mhm.
Other-
There is an entire mining complex up there, and you can hear tink tink tinkering going along in the mines. So you can follow the sounds of your ears, but as you might anticipate, a giant-sized mine is a lot of work to scout through.
Well, that's
So if you want to rescue those prisoners, then it's going to take time.
does Nap sense any like
Oh yeah. Thing.
Hmm.
Sensing.
Yeah. There are a handful left. There are a handful of giants left in the complex, up in the mines above you. No more down here on the foundry level, but there are a handful. However, and this kind of fills me with a bit of humour and joy to think of, they're not worth us role playing our way through, because you're just gonna, you come across a single fire giant, unless he rolls high on the initiative, he's probably not going to get an attack. Your capabilities as a heroic warband are pretty phenomenal. So there are a few giants left within the complex, but they are scattered throughout the mines. None of them are down here on the foundry. And you're confident that you and the lions and the panther could probably take a giant alone at this point, let alone the entirety of the party all acting in concert.
that sort of puts in like how perspective, like how powerful like we've became. Like we're at the point where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just fire giants. It's just wasting our time if we fight.
Mm.
Yeah,
And remember when
Yeah.
those two fire giants were like, oh, we've got to get rid of one of them, then we have a chance against this one, you know? That was crazy.
Mm.
I mean, we've done what we came to. Like we came to kill the Duke. So like, we have the chaos we want in the fire giants already. So like, it's not too important if we kill these ones. The important thing is like getting the prisoners at this point.
Scare them off. Don't
Yeah,
chase
but
them
just
down.
give them like whenever you come up, it's like, look, we have the head of your Duke. We could kill you too, but you can. This is your one chance to leave.
roughly half of the ones that you do find in your explorations will run, and about half of them will fight to the death. So then it really just becomes a question of time. Do we want to spend the time crawling our way through these mines until we find the prisoners and slaves, and gather everyone that we can, empty this place, completely empty this place?
I think
And yeah.
this place is going to be abandoned after this for quite a while. I think if we don't release the prisoners, they will die here.
And we are a hero party after all. I think we've sort of have the duty of doing it, freeing the prisoners.
We have the technology.
We have the technology.
And also, what are we thinking about alerting like Mythal Hole or something so they can send like people down so that we can keep hold of the Vod and Dodd?
Do that after we clear it out of all the good
Mithril
valuables.
Hall's a bit far, isn't it? Can you
Mm.
switch maps to the good one?
I just need
Yeah,
a nearby hole that has promised to help us.
Citadel Adbar is the closest, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they didn't.
Are bastards.
But they
No.
might also be like, oh shit, you cleared it out? Cool, let's go get some adamantine.
Mm.
Cause yeah, we're not going to take all of it. We don't need all of it anyway.
Whatever we do, don't leave the front door open because a dragon's gonna come in.
But I think at this point, like, I think anyone we asked will come. It's like we're offering a bunch of basically free adamantine. It's just who do we want to please?
This is the no words version.
it is.
I was waiting for them to load in. I was like, that's not how this works.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
let's
Mithril Hall
see.
has a dragon, so I think
Maybe that's
Mithril Hall
right.
would be the best one to talk to, wouldn't it? Because they can send a dragon over with their people, clear it out of what we don't really want.
That's the things I'm thinking. Is who do we want to please? Like, who do we want to have, like, I suppose, clout with?
These are my God.
I would say
Because
Mithril Hall.
even if we selected, like, let's say, Watery Deep, like,
Uh,
they would send people because of the promise of wealth.
Let's contact Imurith.
Get some clout with
Hell
Imrith,
yeah.
hell yeah.
We're on the wrong one again. This one doesn't have drawings.
I know, right? Like, I must have like 4 of these. I don't know why I moved them, but they were
I,
fine.
I think Mithril Hall is the best option overall.
They're right down the road from us, so it'd be helpful for us if we've got,
There we go.
There we are.
good relations. Even better.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these!
I didn't see the pebblefish before, I don't think.
I didn't see the sea monster or the pebble fish. Those
Oh,
are fucking
full of shit.
awesome looking.
Brilliant.
The little,
Oh,
little sea
shit.
serpent, but I mean, the best.
My favorite is Roz Stinky smells but good. No, it smells not good. True poetry.
I'm gonna post that into general real quick.
Don't.
Why?
Gotcha. I don't know.
I still really love the design more than Horfestal one.
It's Dag Nabbit is leader of Mithril Hall, right? Or is that
Queen
Yeah.
Dag Nabbit.
Queen
That's
Dag
right.
Nabbit. Best name.
I think that puts Brunor in Gauntlgrim, I
And-
think.
we're in Iron Slag, right?
Iron Slag is the where you just were, I'm pretty sure, the Giants place.
Yeah.
I think that's called Iron
Because I've
Slag.
got 1 4th level spell slot, so I can do ascending like right now, so they could probably get people sent as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I don't have sending equipped, so it's up to
I
you.
do.
Can we? Can I find a few diamonds? How many people carked it in above? It was like 4, wasn't it, or 5?
Oh, you mean the slaves? Yeah, I don't remember. 5 sounds about right, but it might be.
And I only need to find that many 300 gold piece diamonds, and surely they have that here.
They have no
1500.
diamonds, they have rubies and
Bastards!
obsidian.
They like their rubies too much.
No, not like rubies.
Why can't they be like the dwarves and open a Shadowfell pocket?
Good idea, I guess.
Isn't that what they did in Mithril Hall? Can't
I
remember.
don't.
Because where the Shadow Dragon came from.
Oh, right.
Fucking
I
great
thought they found
idea.
it. I thought they found it in the Underdark, right?
Yeah, they opened like a little pocket, and then the Shadow
Okay,
Dragon was
in
like,
the Underdark.
"Hey, what's up?"
Cool.
and took over. Anywho, you're contacting Dagnabbit.
Not yet.
We're not contacting Dagnabbit.
Oh, we want to get the premium goods out for ourselves first.
I mean, they're gonna take like how many fucking days to get it?
They have a dragon, Grady.
But they can only carry like what,
Okay,
8 dudes on a
How's
dragon?
How's that message? Have I left anything out?
Ironslag captured, Vonendod captured, Vodendod
Okay, I don't know how to
captured,
spell this.
requesting soldiers to ensure retention of captured goods, willing to split captured adamantine.
Sounds good.
We're saying we haven't
They-
sent it yet. We're just deliberating over what the message is.
Do they know where Ironslag is? They probably do. I mean, it's a big adamantine door on
we-
the side of a
We,
mountain.
we
Wait.
went to. I mean, Citable Akbar knew where it was, so I assume Mithril Hall knows.
Akbar.
Adbar.
Adbar.
Kind of interrupting here, and it probably isn't going to help because it's going to derail what you're just talking about. But I haven't completely distributed all the treasure and everything, have we? For example, you haven't looted the drow. Well, maybe you did. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter.
We looted.
If you did loot the,
We looted some
sorry.
of them,
Yeah,
namely
cool.
the wizard, and none of the other ones.
Ah, right. Okay, cool. Sorry for interrupting. I'll
No problem.
So have we got? I suppose we should make a list of all the stuff we've captured so far. Do we have that?
Oh, and we should also find the door that the pathway that goes into the Underdark more and close that, so the drow can't just sort of
That's it.
slip in.
Also, discover how the drow got in, close that off, and then start taking inventory.
Yeah,
Well,
that's probably a good idea.
we'll have. Okay, so and we'll have Aradel look over the slaves, make sure none of them are going to die, of I suppose the neglect they've been up to, they've had up until this point.
Yes.
Because just imagine getting rescued and still dying of malnutrition.
We'll give them hamburgers.
So these hellhounds, are they like monsters, or if you are they just sort of actual animals?
They're trained lawful evil monsters. Yeah. They're the pets that are used by devils in their hunts to hunt down lost souls and wage war.
I think just get rid of him, send him back to hell.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Surely you can whittle them down from one side of the cage. They're in a cage.
They're in cages trapped behind a they're in individual
Portcullis.
cages trapped behind a portcullis.
Yeah, surely we can just get rid of them from afar.
Just spam cantrips until they are no more.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's get rid of those. We're gonna get rid of the dogs. After we should close off that Underdark pathway first of all things. Don't want to get surprised.
Okay, so how did the drow get in? Is that apparent, or
Get into Iron Slag.
yeah, is there a secret passage into the Underdark from Iron Slag? I mean, a passage into the Underdark from Iron Slag.
How thoroughly are we searching the mines? There's a lot of mines, right?
We'll start with the big 2 rooms, right?
Yeah, and that's the foundry that we're in right here,
Yeah.
where the Voden Dode is.
Surely there's a door into the Underdark from there as well.
There's no passageway to the Underdark from this sector, from the foundry sector. No. There's just there's the elevator that leads up, and there's the adamantine doors that lead out. Yeah, it is. I suppose it is pretty curious. That said, there is natural lava bubbling up. So if you were immune to fire giant, you could potentially swim through the lava and
do we see
into the Underdark.
a drow-shaped sort of hole in the crust of the lava on top?
No, there is no evidence that the drow have travelled through the magma.
Did we see which way the drow went last time? Like the last drow?
The one where the one that tried to escape, it's tried to lose itself in the mines. Yeah.
Okay, so he probably wasn't. He was just trying to get lost in the mines. If he was going anywhere at all, then, or trying to lose it.
Alright.
Because it is possible they just opened the gate and let the drow in.
From the outside, I guess.
But I think, if I remember correctly, that they were one of them was complaining something about the sun.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
But I might just be misremembering.
Alright.
And in any case, it was something Lua overheard, so it's not something I'd know anyway.
Okay. We may as well just save all the people then now. We've got the time.
All right. So yeah, you go through the mines. It takes a considerable amount of time, probably a couple of days. But
Do we send the message before the couple of days or after? Because I think the sooner we get it done, because there might be a counterattack. Do we capture this place? So as
Yeah.
soon as we have people, so we'll cast it before the time spot, before the time.
Sooner, yeah.
And the message I send will be the one I put in chat a while ago.
captured, Odin captured, requesting soldiers to ensure retention of captured goods, willing to split captured adamantine, and you send that to
Queen Dagnabbit.
Queen Dagnabbit. All right. She will answer. Troops will be on their way. Hold the position against any attempt to retake.
10 days.
Thank you for contacting me first.
Yeah, like I think any settlement would have come to our aid at this point.
That's a lot of it's a lot of guff that they can get out of this.
Willing to
And-
split captured gold, iron, no. Willing to split captured adamantine.
And it's probably much more than they think. Cause this is like a colossal
Oh, yeah.
creature made out of the stuff.
Yeah, right.
We give them all the magic stuff that the magic adamantine that we can't do anything with, and we take the good stuff.
I mean, it's a city. They can probably do something with that magic stuff anyway.
Not if they don't have the cool flame that I've got in my pocket.
Why don't we just take the magic stuff then?
Why don't we sell the cool flame to them for monies?
What? What
Sell
reasonable?
the world-ending resource.
Gold?
That is a reasonable price, I would say.
Give it Smith for Hall.
That is an unreasonable,
We have
but unreasonable.
we have a fire spirit so powerful it's its own entity and category, and no, we'll just give it.
Do we have a name of it?
John.
Did anyone
Hot
give it
boy.
a name at some
I
point?
don't think we know its name, if it has one.
Flame guy.
We just know it's so powerful that it's its own thing.
Fire bro.
Fire dude.
Maybe I could do some research on it at some point.
I'll let everybody know that a dwarven soldiers are on the way. Because Mithelhold is mostly dwarves, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's almost entirely dwarves. Except for the friends they made along the way. Literally, I
maybe
think.
the non-dwarves are the friends we made along the way.
It's the real adamantine. Okay,
Alright.
so by the time you've emptied out the mines and the fire giants have been killed, or mostly it was actually ogres. What was left, the giants you were picking up were almost all ogres, and they were just slavers whipping the slaves into shape.
The gimp ogres.
Yeah, that's them, gimp ogres, pierced nipples and stuff. No offense to anyone. That's doesn't make you a gimp ogre. Anyway, so you eliminate all of these ogres and free all of the slaves. There's mostly dwarves. There's a handful of gnomes, and there's even fewer humans. The halflings were, of course, up with the yak folk doing the farming rather than down here in the mines. By the time you've done all of that, you do indeed find passages that lead deeper into the Underdark, into the wilds beneath the earth. So there are certainly passages that could take you down if you want to go that way.
I suppose I'll put.
Giant-sized passages.
I do have this.
Yeah.
I'll put alarm on them. I'll try to put
Yeah.
alarm up on as many of those passages as possible. Like while we're
Sure.
we've got this place under lockdown.
Excellent,
Last
excellent.
8
Yeah.
hours.
ogres might stumble through it, but dark elves are pretty agile. It'd be a lot harder to catch them with it, but still, it's still a good defense, and it just might work. But by the time you've completed this task, griffin riders from Mithril Hall have begun to fly in. It's only a handful of them, only 10 dwarves dressed in armor that has fragments of adamantine or mithril in it, high value, expensive armors, but armors that aren't as good as some of the stuff that you guys are wearing, I might say. The Dwarven Royal Guard don't wear gear as good as you guys, that's for sure. And so they fly in on these griffins and want to report. They want to establish their perimeter, and they want to look at, what does half the adamantine mean? They want to see for themselves. So,
well, we'll show
what
them
do you
the
think of
VOD
these
and DOD
dwarven
to
demands?
begin with.
They fall to their knees and weep, and like one of them clutches his heart and has
Has
to
a
be
heart
revived
attack.
and give him CPR. Yeah,
300,
right.
300 gold out of pocket now.
What the fuck?
No, I can imagine Queen Knight, like, you might get enough to have one sword. This metal super rare route they get here is just like, you can have like 3 tons of it.
Maybe we can make like a suit of armor or something, but no, as you say, it's maybe we can make 4 matching elephants to sit out the front of the palace out of adamantine.
We should just get our guard out, which is adamantine armor. It's like, just imagine walking into Zymorvan Hall and there's like 20 guards who don't know what they're doing, but they all like have adamantine. It's like ultimate pay to
Graduate from cadet training, and they give you adamantine armor. Like, okay, welcome to your
We've
first
got
day of
some to
work.
spare.
It's like when you're playing Halo and they just give all the cadets like Spartan armor.
Hell yeah.
So I suppose we'll ask if is there enough adamantine for this to be worth it? What did it?
It goes without saying, doesn't it? Indeed, this entire mine, they if only there was more of them. Mithril Hall is it's got a skeleton crew, a skeleton population. There's not a lot of people there. The same as Gauntlegrim, not a lot of people. And so it's a real shame, because what we could do with a place like this, yes, it's made for giants, that's pretty unfortunate, but that just means that we can have giant ambitions. But of course, it's just a dream, right? Like they don't have the numbers to repopulate this place. But if only they could.
Guess we're just gonna have to take it and leave it. Sack it and leave it.
Close those doors and say goodbye.
If there was a way to like collapse the roof, however, nah, no way.
Oh, not easily, right? Like,
We need a few dragons.
maybe if you had if you had something stronger than a dragon, maybe.
I was like the call of
Let's finish the Vonant.
I was saying, well, the call of adamantine is quite powerful. Like, I suppose with the right people here, like they could start a settlement here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you'd have to walk a long way to get to work, go up like 12,000 stairs or whatever it was, but that's probably going to keep people away. But no, but seriously, there's no reason why settlement
in the
wouldn't
real
thrive here.
people travel to Australia and New Zealand to like pan for gold and rivers, and this is much rarer and it's much more accessible.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
there's
Probably a little bit more dangerous though.
And there's much more of it, because like a lot of New Zealand, because for some reason I like folk music, and a lot of it is just I came to New Zealand and there's no gold, so now I'm poor.
Sympathise with that. Yeah, so as you say, it would be possible to repopulate the area.
I mean, for the moment, we're just here for the adamantine, and to make sure the fire giants don't have the Vodendon.
So they're marching an army here of whatever force they can find. Apparently, they are didn't have the resources to spare, so they contacted the Lord's Alliance, and now it's been more of a Lord's Alliance army that's coming here to hold this place. I guess we remain here for a few days until it arrives. Yeah, please do.
My family's just arrived, so I'll be back hopefully soon. But yeah, I'll be okay.
Sure. No worries at all, man. So there we have it. The Lord's Alliance are on their way. We can leave it in the hands of the Dwarves, the Dwarven Griffin Riders if we want. But they prefer if we stay until the army arrives.
Yeah, that
They
makes
don't want
sense.
to have to fight fire giants. Yeah.
I'll let them know that I have a
Okay.
teleportation circle, so if we need to get out quickly, I can throw some of them up.
Is that for us?
That's just. I mean, I think I have enough that I can get everyone that's here, including like the NPCs. I
Alright.
suppose now that the Griffin Riders are here, we can send the dragon cultists with the slaves to go and like deliver them to Adbar.
They set off on that task. After 5 days, not only has the army not yet arrived, you get a message inform you that the army is still being assembled.
Ha! Can we just contact Adbar and split it 3 ways?
Remember, they didn't want to work with us, and Adbar at this time would be slower than the army coming in.
Don't forget, we hold grudges.
But Adbar's so close. Were you not pressing us for time earlier?
Well, the Vodendod has been dealt with.
True, but
Well, we can all go home.
where are we staying? Like in this whole time, have we just got towers in the middle of the forge area, just like kicking up?
Like, we can do that. But
Or
I don't think we need towers.
do we
can-
sleep on the gigantic beds?
Sleep on the elevator just goes up and down.
It'd be extremely loud.
I think the
Not
entire
if you
place is
wear
loud.
off pretty. Yeah, sleep 10 in the same bed, or jump in the
I mean,
ultra mega king size bed.
I could use Fabricate to make us some like adamantine shacks if you want.
Can you use fabricate on adamantine? Oh, that's sick. Wait, you can make your towers out of adamantine, can't you?
Raw materials that you can see within range.
And Gold's Tower is a fragment. It's just of the building material. And you,
That's if you have the material. Yeah.
yes, you conjure 2-story tower made of stone, wood, or similarly sturdy material.
I'd say
Okay.
adamantine's pretty sturdy.
Similarly. Yeah, why can't I say
Yeah,
that
It's
word?
not adamantine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not exactly.
but
That similarly word gets rid of it.
but they do say other building materials.
Yeah.
Make one out of
Alright,
straw,
so-
one out of wood, and one out of brick.
Okay.
Do we just wait for this army to be assembled, or do we have some other option?
I'm just checking through my things just to make sure that we're not forgetting anything.
Absolutely.
Okay. So was there anything interesting on those drow as well, apart from the iron flask?
There was indeed one of the drow swordsmen was nobility. That second word that says staff, it should say sword.
The sword is ornate but non-magical. Tal
Yeah.
carries Tal. We get his name. It's written on the
His
inside of the
name's
sword.
Tal. There we go. Like it's for
Return
Tal.
to Tal.
He
Thanks,
That's
Mum.
right.
He's a Warhammer god.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. It's pretty-
6
pretty-
Drow Street. Menzo
full
Brandon.
6 Drow Street. Okay. Oh yeah, I live in Human Street.
Oh yeah, it's just down the road.
Yeah, Human Street. Yeah. pouch with 4 100 gold piece gems inside it, and he wears a fine black cloak embroidered with webs made of platinum thread. Wow,
Oh,
that's
I'll wear
pretty
that.
cool.
So
I want
pretty.
that.
That's pretty sick.
I think we should make a list of all the stuff we've captured so far. Like,
Sure.
do we have a
I'll
list
help
like
you
that?
guys out. Yes, I'll help you guys out with that.
Thank Appreciate
Alright. So we got the Duke's wardrobe, which was I
A
just
bunch of
erased
stuff.
it all back.
We have
Oh my
captured
god.
the wardrobe.
I'm gonna
Control
need
Z.
2 minutes. Yeah,
what-
I,
Control
to
Z
do?
works.
it's gone now.
Uh,
I gotta scroll
I think
back
my
up.
delivery's
Two
here.
secs.
I'll probably be gone for a while.
No
Okay,
problem.
there's
we're
the
sorting.
wardrobe.
So I'll say for the time being, Roz went and put all that on the airship because I imagine it can carry all that.
That's a lot of shit.
It is a lot of shit.
Oh, we had the goblins carrying all that shit too for us.
What goblins? Oh, the ones we threatened
There
to
were
kill.
there were a lot of goblins, and they work for us now, by the way.
I don't like that.
You say us, but it's like Livy. I imagine you're just gonna start turning them to your patron. He's a
Hell
really
yeah.
cool guy.
Yeah, you want to shoot people
And there's
with
that.
your mind?
There's
Alright.
like the 6 black opals as well.
I can resurrect that dwarf that fell down.
Also, you need to get back to the surface because you gentle repose some people. Remember?
Yeah, no, we sent them off to. They were from the. What? They were from the forest somewhere, and we sent them back. We drove them back to the forest, didn't we?
Yeah, but didn't you need to resurrect a bunch?
Yeah,
'Cause you
we
gentle
we
repose
gentle
them?
repose them. So
Yeah, we
can
gentle
get.
reposed them, and they had druids and/or clerics that could do that because that's a level 2 spell.
I think that's all the loot stuff so far that I've put in, like just a little bit.
Giant size adamantine crown.
We rolled all that already too.
Do y'all want to put that in the treasury?
I think most of it goes into treasury, but like the actual like items go in treasury. But I think we like split the gold.
We should take the diamonds off of the sword and use them for resurrecting.
Stephen, didn't we decide that you're too fat for the broom?
It can still hover 30 feet, buddy.
Okay, you're lucky.
Yeah, he can go at the slowest speed on it.
So I don't think anyone else in the party has seen the broom. So you guys see Roz carrying stuff, but it's hey guys, I found this thing. It's so much easier. Look at this. How cool is this?
And
Don't
you're
have
just
to
like,
walk.
it's on a leash.
Yeah.
Flies?
Yeah. Whoa. It looks like it flies.
Can
I'm
you
flying
fly
it. Clearly. Well, it
Whoa.
doesn't go higher though. It's kind of might be broken.
I think it's very small and you're very large.
What? What are you trying to say?
You might be too heavy for it.
But
There you
it's
go.
I'm flying. I'm floating. It's working, isn't it?
It is. Well, we should try and get everything sorted first before you fly around and hurt yourself.
Oh, sure. Oh, also, I found these. And he'll reach into his bag of holding, and he throws some boots on the ground and a rod.
Ooh. I don't know if I can use any of those.
I think the boots are striding. Anyone can use. They're not. They don't require
Are they
attunement.
attunement? They do. They do
Oh, they do?
require attunement.
I must have misread it.
We can give them to Eglis if he hasn't got many things attuned, because it makes his walking speed become 30 feet.
Only 5 more feet though.
That adds up, as I definitely know.
Hmm. We'll see.
We shall see.
Apart from that, I think that's kind of all we got. I don't really know if we went through the mines and grabbed like rubies, gems, and all that shit. I would have liked to while we were freeing
mean,
the prisoners.
I
But
don't think we got numbers for that yet. But there's probably. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a mine.
They
There's as
probably
much-
have some stock somewhere laying around. We haven't
Oh.
checked for stock really.
Well, Arctic Scorn, let's talk about the fire spirit. Are we gonna sell it?
What if we just hold on to it to insta kill someone?
I mean, I thought was
But
it'd be
it's
like
kind of.
I thought
keep
you'd
going.
want to keep on to it before your craft egg.
Normally I would, but it's too
Craft
hot
it
for
into a
Roz to
weapon.
use. Like the heat is just too absurd for Roz to work with.
Yeah, but
There's
we
no
can
way.
we can use like this forge with it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the other option I was thinking is we leave it here with the dwarves and we say we get like 20% of the gold you make from selling the
They're
adamantium.
not staying here. They don't have the population. They're
Like, if-
coming here.
I think if
Take-
we,
But-
if we want this to be a city, like, it's something we're gonna have to do.
But we also don't have the population.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Send it all out.
I mean, if you send out a call to the world, like people will come. But I don't
But
think it's worth our time at the
who-
moment.
Who will get here faster, the people or a few dragons? Or
Go-
other nasties?
Honestly, I think I really think Citadel Adbar was probably the best go.
That's what I said. But they also don't have a lot of people.
No, I prefer I
Yeah,
think Mythal Hall
but-
is the better one because we
but-
actually want them to like us.
Yeah, I understand that too, but it's just Citadel Adbar is close enough to where they probably could spend a lot more time there and going backwards and
Remember,
forwards.
but just
and
because
getting
we
all the
started
goods.
working with Mythal Hall doesn't mean we can't go and work with Adbo as well.
Yeah,
Because at the end, like, even if they break down all of the VOD and we split it 50-50, this is still a Mythal mine.
yeah. So I think it'd be better to let Mithril Hall come in, try and salvage what they can, let them leave, and then let Adbar come through and have it.
And the most important thing is to prevent the fire giants from having the VOD and Dod.
And I think the dwarves will fit in quite well there too, actually. Obviously. And it's cold climate, they're already used to it. Adbar is a really good one for this place. Alright,
I'm
so
back.
oh, hey.
Mm.
Hello.
Yeah, but I'm happy to keep. Like, please continue with your train of thought.
I'm just trying to get us all organized. Is there anything else we miss? I'm trying to think of.
Capture goblin.
I mean,
Goblin.
each fire giant has. Oh, how many heads did we manage to get anyway?
Wild's got the like exact number.
Okay, so he'll say when he gets back.
And do we have like a stock of just rando trade bars or whatever they have and stuff?
I don't understand the question. Like, do you mean? Are you asking
Um,
me or the party?
You apart from like the fun cool stuff that we found in like individual bedrooms or whatever.
Right.
Do they have like a storeroom or whatever where they have a lot of their guff?
I'll go through it. I'll go through it.
Surely they do.
Like just amounts of like metal like in storage and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, heaps of unlimited amounts of metal in storage. That's for sure.
Unlimited, you say?
But this is unlimited money.
Yeah.
I buy a deck of.
A deck of money. All right. Elevator, dressing mill. Like, there's probably like fucking 5 tons of ore here. Heaps of ore. They needed 20 orcs to process it. There's heaps. No, about the Vodendode. Mustering hall. 16A. Let's see if I can work out what that.
The
It's
math
called the
of
North-
collecting everything.
That's it. It's called the Northwest room, but that doesn't tell me enough.
That's Kanye West's child.
I mean,
It's-
It's a room in the
Yeah,
northwest.
of course it is. Right. Yeah, you didn't actually go there during the exploration, but you would have gone there at some stage, no doubt. So this is good. You find some junk, and this is the junk that it listed. It lists.
Is
There's
there a
also
lot?
like a couple of like pieces of dolls and shoes and hats and buckets and anchors and other things that don't really belong here. In addition to that junk that I just talked about, there is this.
The bronze-plated skull of a slain adult red dragon worth 750 gold pieces and weighing 750 pounds.
In the armory, there is a room as an armory. It contains
Oh,
armor
shit.
and weapons and armor size for giant. You search the room. There are 4 quarterstaves, which have been made from ship masks. A barrel holding 6 tridents. Oh, I'm thinking like tritons, the fish people.
Oh yeah.
Barrel holding 6 tridents. What the fuck are they doing in there? It's like a barrel of monkeys.
They're just like pickled.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so barrel with tridents, open crate with coral encrusted rocks, a storm giant sized mannequin that wears a golden suit of mail. And that's what you really are interested in here. But maybe you also like the 3 enormous shields made from dragon turtle shells, the 6 massive great swords. What am I talking about? I'm looking at
The shipmast quarterstaffs.
That's the
Yeah,
cool
no,
stuff. I like how
that's-
all giants have a tendency to just gather random shit.
So sorry, that was that was just me just rambling. That was all a different adventure. I've got too many pages open. Back to the northwest room. And the northeast room has I don't think you've seen any of this stuff. So the northeast room's got an iron framed bed, some cabinets, a barrel of water, a barrel of dwarven ale, 2 empty iron bound wooden crates, an iron trunk with a lock. A trunk is 7 feet fucking tall, weighs 1,000 pounds. But you get the key off a dead giant, so I'll copy and paste that junk. All the way from the iron framed bed, all the way to how much the thing weighs. I don't know if you're gonna want any of this stuff. I'm just gonna post it, and you can decide. It's not my problem. It's your problem.
How big are the manacles?
Big enough for a bit of giant kinkiness, I suppose. The manacles, don't know.
What was in the trunk?
What was in the trunk? I'm glad you asked.
Nothing.
Trunk contains lots of money, drinking horns, patterns, other junk.
A gorgon horn. A drinking horn made from a gorgon's horn. I didn't know they had horns. And bearing flame-like patterns. So they painted like sick flame decals on this gorgon horn.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I thought a gorgon
that-
was like a Medusa.
In
No, in
D&D, it's more like
D&D it's not. Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it.
It's fucking weird. I think we were having a conversation about this.
Oh yeah, I used one of these against because I was like, there's a bull statue in the middle of the room, and they're like, okay, and they just ignored it, and it just attacked them when they crossed a certain barrier.
So is this a
No.
magical thing or is this a construct?
It's just a big monster, I think.
it's just a bit of art, yeah. Just some cool shit. It's like, behold my stuff.
Look at my sick flame decal gorgon drinking horn.
Precisely.
Wow, nice. I love the flame decal. You want to carry that? 750 pound.
The dumb thing is she probably might be able to. What's your strength mod, Jacko?
Where is it? 7?
Well, what's your strength? It goes off
Like,
that.
yeah, sorry.
25.
25
yeah.
times by a
She
fuck
has
ton?
she has powerful build too.
She has
doesn't
it twice, doesn't she?
I have powerful build.
So what is it? 25 by 15 times
think it's-
2.
That must
It's
basically
times
make
two,
you the
yeah.
strongest person alive, right? Like
Isn't it times 4?
there would be no humanoid. there would be no medium-sized humanoid in the Forgotten Realms that could lift more than Lura. I don't think. A strength
Wait.
25
Oh,
with that advantage of double capacity, that's just fucking enormous.
Mhm.
isn't it 4 times when you're a size larger?
No, it's double the capacity.
Yeah, double.
Okay. And then you just
So
get
you can
you
carry
get enlarged as well.
You can carry 750.
How much can she? What's the limit?
There isn't like your limit is how much you can carry.
Betty, didn't you do the math? What's the
750.
max?
750
Is it 750 on the dot?
on the
Yeah,
dot.
exactly.
Okay, you'll be weighed down by anything. Like if you're wearing underpants, you're over carrying capacity.
Golly.
Dragging that home.
I remember at level 4 when Roz was able to lift like 180 pounds. I felt big.
So
Sad.
Lura can carry 19.5 profits.
Hmm.
That's him with his equipment.
Amazing.
Juggling.
Well, do we want any of this stuff? The
The stuff
gold,
that- The
yes.
stuff that's worth stuff.
Well,
Dragging
there's-
Then
the
have
it's
more
skeleton.
gold.
adamantine. Or rubies or whatever. Anyway. The money is pretty good. We want to give the majority of the adamantine because there's no way we're gonna like
No.
be able to use all of that or any of it really.
I would
I think
give it to
even
him.
if we have 10% of it, that's still a lot.
That's still too much, I'll say. We don't need all that. We take
But
all the goods.
we should have a few units in Zymorvan Hall who are in adamantine. And we give them a special name. Like some
mean-
sort of unit.
We could probably just claim enough to give it to all of our soldiers.
All 10.
All 10.
Wait, there's only 10. Why are you like, oh, let's split it between like especially like, oh, just kit out one guy in adamantine.
Fog, our best guy.
Oh, best.
He stages a coup because he thinks that he's your equal now because he has adamantine.
What the hell?
We gave you your legs, Bob.
Like, we don't even realize he's like doing a coup. He's just there with his sword and we're just ignoring.
Alright, well. Guess Roz will help gather up
'Cause
the
I think-
coins and all that, chuck it in
Roz, you're making a list, aren't you?
treasury. Of what we got?
Yeah, well, I mean, everything so far? And we'll just,
Well, it's all in the bottom like chat where everyone can see now. That's pretty much all the stuff we've got.
because I think the stuff we don't take, we just sort of leave. Like, fear for the dwarves, I guess.
Yeah. Has anyone added the gold from the places we just looked into into the treasury? And the silver pieces and copper pieces? Anyone done that yet?
Nope.
I would do it, but I don't feel safe enough. I feel like I'll ruin it or something.
Isn't Saxon the person who normally does that sort of type of thing?
Yeah.
Is he there?
No.
Probably not.
What do you do without a bookkeeper?
Oh golly, disappeared. Party character sheet. Do I just when I click on it, do I just click the character sheet
Press. What?
on the party?
No, it's
I
under
see.
Oh shit, where is it? Player handouts? Way
Oh.
down. Treasury.
Handouts. I gotta find that.
Ah, a lot of copper pieces.
Cool. Alright, so am I editing it?
Oh, hey,
Ah,
back.
he has returned.
My
Oh,
internet
cool.
dropped out.
Now you
Still
can do
out.
You can do the bookkeeping for us now.
Oh god, no.
it.
Oh, I-
dumb fuck. We know it.
hello.
Right, the Hammer Thunderbolt is still in the treasury. I think that's been taken out.
Yes.
It hasn't taken
No,
out
we dipped it.
yet.
Can we use the duplication glitch, Arctic?
We made another one.
Yeah. just found it. God, I want to know what this primordial flame thing guy's name is.
Couldn't you just ask your gods or whatever that you like to do and ask him what his name is?
I could. I'm just determining which one is the best for it.
Oh. Which one you choosing?
Well, I'm still determining that.
So I suppose, should I start putting stuff in the treasury then? Give up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for gold profit.
Was
And I'll
someone really
s-
quiet just then?
I'll start up
That's
the
a bit
Arctic one.
strange.
Were you really quiet, Arctic?
Ooh, your mic is a bit staticky, Saxon.
Mine? Oh, sorry.
I'll be back in a moment.
Oh,
Okay.
please.
Still staticky?
You're all good, bruh.
Cool. Divination doesn't work because I need to. It's a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity.
Contact
so it
other
has to
planes would work.
concern me doing something. What's the other ones? What's the other fun and cool ones? Grid is the same except shorter. Commune, is that it?
Yes.
Oh no, that's a yes or no question.
You're thinking contact other planes?
It might have to be contact other planes to figure out this thing's name. Or I could use legend lore, but I have to describe a person, place, or object.
Ancient fire elemental.
Name or describe ancient fire elemental that is currently trapped within this class. Yeah.
How do you put another, like, line on the table?
Pardon?
In the treasury, how do you put another line on, like, the thing?
On the oh, in the treasury.
Yeah, on the table.
There's like when you click somewhere in the table, there's a table edit menu, and there should be like a little one where it's like a box and an arrow pointing down. Do you want me to do it?
I think I see it.
You figured it
Slow
out?
dog, get here.
Yes, I did.
Money's in
Nice.
trouble.
Remember, changes won't be saved until you save it. So like if someone else tries to edit it while you're still editing it, it'll like overwrite or until you do it again. Whatever, rather not. We'll have been here plenty of days, right? So I could have probably switched spells.
Absolutely. We've been here 5 days before they even tell you that they haven't got the army together yet.
Awesome. Could I have on the next day switched a spell? Actually, no, I don't need to switch spells. I always have this prepared. On the second day, so I could get my fourth level spell back. Fifth. Could I have cast Legend Lore? So I consume my 250 worth of incense, and it doesn't consume my 4 ivory strips.
So let's quickly get rid of that out of my inventory. How much was it? 250. Let me double check. 200 or 250? 250. All right. Let's get rid of that. And all right. And I'd like to cast Legend Lore, and I have to name or describe a person, place, or object. And can I describe this immense fire elemental that is trapped within this iron flask?
Yeah, I think you can.
So the thing about Legend Lore is the more information I already have on it, which is currently relatively zero, the more precise and detailed the information is. But because I don't know very much at all, it'll be a little bit more wide, or more overarching sort of information. I don't know what the limit is. I haven't read all the way through the spell. It's accurate, but might be couched in figurative language. So like how someone would describe it in a book.
You hold within your hands an entity. This is hard to put into words because it's hard to convey the enormity of what you have here. You have in your hands, trapped in something smaller than your own head, about the size of your lungs. You have in this iron flask the one and only Megara, the Dawn Titan. To understand who Megara, the Dawn Titan is, you have to go back in time to a time before time. You have to go back to an era before men and worlds, an era when the Titan were the only being of any worth in the multiverse, and the Titans strode through the multiverse, creating and destroying upon whim, for they were elemental might condensed into raw form. Megara, the Dawn Titan, being the primordial fire which Prometheus captured, the original fire that has spread throughout the multiverse in the form of stars and forest fires and campfires and lanterns and everything in between. He was the first of the fires. And in the ancient pre-dawn era of the multiverse, the primordials were defeated by the gods. A great war was waged. Perhaps the primordials don't see it as a defeat, but the gods certainly saw it as a victory. And in the wake of this dawn war, the worlds were created. The peoples were created. And so if you reflect back to the earliest days of history, not just of Faerun, but of the universe itself, these were the glory days of Megara, the Dawn Titan. But you might think that such a phenomenal story could end there and there'd be no more to tell, but that would be an injustice. It would leave you without context. For Megara, the Dawn Titan was indeed defeated, and he fell into a great sleep, a great coma, beneath the crags of northwestern Faerun. We've been through the crags some time ago. Indeed, we killed some of our first hill giants there, I believe. Crags. That might have even been where we found our red dragon. But now I'm getting off track. At the dawn of time, when men still lived in caves, and the only race of any note in all of Faerun were the ancient Saruk, the great serpent people, who were the first empire to ever rise in this world. In those days, Megara slept, and he slept for 10,000 years. Perhaps he slept for 20,000 years. For some time, in the ancient past of the Dwarven empires, he was discovered by the Dwarves of Delzoun. They stumbled across Megara and they realized what a danger he was. This sleeping, unconscious, comatose Dawn Titan, what a danger it could be. And so they trapped him in Gauntlgrim, in the fiery pit, a large chasm filled with magma, and then they left it alone. The dwarves went off and built their tunnels and expanded their empire. And it wasn't until much later that he was discovered by an Alaskan wizard, a human wizard from the place that would one day become Luskan, but was populated long before that city ever rose. And he convinced the dwarves to bind the elemental into the forges of Gauntlgrim through a very intense and complex magical process, and it lasted for a long time. For 10,000, 20,000 years, he was trapped within this forge in Gauntlgrim. He was released during the Spell Plague by another group called the Abolithic Sovereignty, and then returned again, only to awaken about 40 years ago. And when he finally awoken, this Dawn Titan, it was his anger that caused the eruption of Mount Hottentow, which buried Neverwinter in magma. So he is directly to blame for the destruction of the entire city of Neverwinter. And he did it kind of inadvertently. He just got all pissed off, and his anger caused the volcano to erupt, and the eruption wiped out a city.
Wow.
He was put back into containment by none other than the famed Dritz Duerden, Bruno Battlehammer, and Jarl Axel Bayenray of Menzoberranzan. And they did their best to contain him, and they contained him for quite some time. But his more recent history was being released by the Dark Elves and brought here, only to be recaptured again. So you can see that Megara the Dawn Titan has quite a story to tell, and one that has now been told.
Okay, and I think I've got all the loot in. And I've come to the conclusion that we have way too many copper coins.
It's a fair.
Melt them down, smack them together, and they become silver, right?
We have 34,000 copper coins.
Then let us use Megara the Dawn Titan to forge that copper into the
forge
largest
copper
fucking
sword.
sword that we can imagine. Big. Bro.
How is it spelled?
Megara, M-A-E.
A. Yeah, I got it so far.
Yeah, M-A-E-G-E-R-A. Megara.
Oh, I put a H in there because I thought that would be cool. That would be very fantasy. Fuck. One letter off. That's pretty good.
I remember playing the Lost Mines of Phandelven and looking at
Nice.
Neverwinter and seeing like a huge crack in the city with like lava flowing through. And now I know how that has all occurred and whatever else. I just thought that's really cool.
Also,
It
ignore
is interesting, isn't it?
ignore the extra line in the graph I accidentally created.
The Dawn
And he's in our
Titan.
hands, right? Like, this is one of the creators of the multiverse, and he's right here. Like, it doesn't matter what else he did in the entire campaign. This for me at least, this is more important than rescuing the fucking Storm King. You've got Megara the goddamn fucking
let's-
Titan.
Wait,
Let's go around the world with
if we
him.
get the Ring of 4 Seasons, we can control the Titan.
Go.
I mean, this definitely won't backfire.
Ha. This is cool.
I don't even know what to think right now.
Hmm.
It's a pretty.
I don't know. I just think it's starting to look like we could easily rule the world. We got the fire thing. We got the Bowden dog.
We can only do it one. We can only do it 1 hour at a time, though, and we then have to make it fail a saving throw to get back into its hole.
Just tell it to fail.
I don't know if that works.
Portent it.
It
Ooh.
probably has some sort of legendary resistance.
I feel like if we unleash it, it'll just destroy this campaign.
It will.
Like,
I don't
Suddenly
wanna...
we have bigger problems than every single giant.
Exactly.
We've got a
The
few
gods will be
dwarven
like,
strongholds
"What?"
we could test it on.
We
Yeah,
have to find the most trustworthy, extremely powerful person to hand this to. But only if we get another Iron Flask.
Oh, I know.
Wow.
I know the most trustworthy person in the world. We should give it to Livy.
Larlock.
yeah, I was gonna say Larlock.
Give it to Larlock.
What would Larlock even do with it? Nothing.
He'd
be
play
like,
with
"Well,
it. He'd unleash it and play with it.
I'm chucking it in a bag. Chuck it in my pile of cool things."
I mean, I mean, we do have a way to get rid of it forever. Like, if we want not
I
to worry
don't
about
think-
it,
Oh, I don't know about that. What?
put it in the secret chest and cancel the spell.
Is that an extra dimensional spot?
Does
I feel like that just goes into the astral plane, like the bag of
Yeah.
holding.
Yeah, but if you cancel the spell, it's lost irretrievably, apparently.
and then what? The mind flayers that frequent that place are gonna find it.
I think irretrievably means like it's in the middle
For
of the
us.
fucking It's in the middle of the fucking astral sea. Good luck at finding it, kind of thing.
But someone might.
Yeah, and no doubt it'd be the mind flayers
Who
or the
else?
Gith Yankee.
The
with
Gith
their
Yankee.
eye.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, either hands it ends up in it's.
I
Never mind
think
then.
I can unleash it.
I
Nah,
can handle.
oh fuck. I don't know. Do they still have the capabilities at Gauntlgrim to house it?
I mean, they held it
The
before.
dwarves will tell you. If you ask the dwarves, they'll tell you yes. But yeah, as you say, it used to be contained there before, so it stands to reason that that you know of two places that can contain it. One here is Iron Slag, that's right, and two is at Gauntlgrim. Now you don't know that for sure, but it has been contained in both of those locations. So
It's
no.
we probably want it to be in Gauntlgrim, other
But I
than
mean, like, one's undefended and the other one it got stolen from. So it's not exactly safe there.
Make
But-
a point.
so it's either leave it for whoever the next person that occupies this place is, which is probably going to be the Dark Elves.
Or we keep
Or-
hold of it and ensure nobody has it.
But yeah, okay, I guess. Do I know if I put this item in a bag of holding, it'll implode like putting two bag of holdings in each other?
It sounds pretty bad. It sounds like a really bad idea, but you
Yeah.
don't know it for sure. But it is extra dimensional space into extra dimensional space. That sounds bad.
Yeah.
And the iron flask itself is not too heavy.
Yeah, I mean, I've got it on me, and it's not that heavy. I guess I just got to keep an extra eye out, which is pretty easy for me. I just need the cloak of I just need the robe of eyes as well, and then I can always keep an eye out.
Wait, did I pass up on making, like, this is probably a good chance to make Dromiji's instant summons actually worth something?
Draumages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's actually perfect. We can Party and Cork's Iron Flask. Player 3 has entered the game.
Excuse me?
I get So that's gonna have to be another failsafe. Yeah, you having the Draumages instant
Well,
summon.
I picked two different spells instead.
You can get it at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I am wizard. How
I
much will that
have
cost?
been. What's this for? Draumages.
Yeah. I
Dunno.
am.
I don't know if there's an official picture. I just want to look at pictures of it. I don't know if that's an official picture. but
Nah,
it's cool.
that's the like abyss demon prince
Yeah, I
or
think that's
devil
Sigil
Is
prince.
it? There you go.
Of
Fungi
like
queen.
fungi, yeah. It apparently has. The primordial had great smoldering black pits for eyes and many tendril-like limbs.
Pretty close.
Megera. I've got an image for you. That just
Shoot.
looks like a weird Balrog. Don't worry about it. Well, does anyone want to be a warlock with it for it?
Don't tempt me. No.
It's probably a better patron than the one you've got.
It's probably like equal. It could probably give me equal power, like just quick.
Hmm.
'Cause
Equal.
the thing, Livy's thing, like he's worked up enough trust to be given all this power. He's gonna have to start from scratch if he goes to another one.
This is a picture from Gauntle Grim, or had Gauntle Grim on the cover. So
Yeah, that would be just what we're after, I guess.
oh yeah. So yeah, that is Megara. I just read this little thing. Cool. I'll find it.
I'm back.
Add it.
Hello.
up.
Fuck you.
He's like a mega Balrog, I think.
Mm.
Tyler.
Oh,
if
what's the
you-
Mega Balrog's name? There is one.
Oh yeah, this fire spirit, Tyler. Whew.
Yeah?
Tell you what, bro.
How much gold are we getting out of it?
I don't know about goals.
I don't think there's an amount of gold that would make it worth it.
1 trillion.
It could change the entire campaign.
Unleash it on Immelrith.
No.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
not a bad
if we unleash
idea.
it becomes like the campaign becomes putting it back in the flask every. Or you know, it just kills us instantly because it's basically a god.
I mean, isn't it enslaved for like an hour?
Only for an hour, buddy.
we can have him for an
Yeah,
hour.
it was a fucking-
Surely he can kill Immelrith in an hour. And then we just pop him back in.
I
In an
think we
hour, we just persuade him to be our friends and don't kill us.
Yeah, but
I
and we
think
this
rule
we
the
can
world
kill
with him.
whatever we want in an hour.
Yeah, but this isn't like bringing in like a cat to kill a mouse. This is like seeing a spider setting off a nuke.
You know what? I think you're right, guys. We should take Mithril Hall and Mirabar with it. Make the house.
They're too
Control
far
the
away
dwarf.
to do that in an hour.
But rule the entire world for 1 hour.
Good call.
I don't know if there's a point to this Arctic, but Roz quickly will run through the whole place with detect magic going. It just if we missed anything.
I don't think you did, but I'm not sure if I told you what everything does. But oh, hang on. No, that's not right. Yeah, I don't think you did miss anything. I'll go through the whole thing again.
Oh,
You have the concept of teleportation, but I'm quite confident you've already.
yeah,
Found
someone's
that.
found. He's in his closet.
Oh, here's something. Here's something that we haven't found. The war room. The war room has an iron golem in it. The iron golem has a rune embedded into an iron ingot. It's one of those, runes that we carry around.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Like the Rune of Ease
Yeah, cool.
shard.
Exactly.
Oh.
One of those things. So I'll bring that rune up. Ingot of the Skull Roots. That's a good thing you asked.
Where are we storing the conches? Like, where's the list?
Lyra can carry it.
No, but I mean,
The
like,
conches, aren't they in your secret chest?
Then they're
I think we
a bit
discovered
too large.
they're too large for
They
the
were too,
chest.
yeah, too big.
They're like
So-
3 feet, right? Or something.
They're scald.
Scald rune. It's a shield. Wait, no. Scald means shield. It's like ingot iron ore, about a foot long, a few inches across. So while it's on your person, +1 bonus AC.
I mean,
One of the One of the Duke's rings is magical. It's a ring of lightning resistance. I'm not sure. I don't think we've taken account of that yet.
We looked at it, but I don't know if I wrote it down.
Yeah, cool.
Did you write it down, Stephen?
Right, what down? Sorry.
Write down the stuff from the Duke himself.
Ring of lightning resistance. Has that been written down anywhere?
I don't
think
remember.
so.
I don't think I
don't
put it in
think
the
so.
treasury.
And he had nothing else magical, right? He just had the.
The other conches aren't in there either. We have 2 of them, don't we?
The conches. We have the hill, and we have the fire. Yeah.
And ice, the 3.
And I think, we didn't take the stone. I don't believe.
We let them keep
never
that one.
found the frost one. Yeah. There is a chest that is essentially a cold room.
Oh, hell yeah.
The wooden chest is 10 feet long, 6 feet tall, 8 feet wide. It currently holds the frozen carcasses of an elk and a wolf. There's a bit of stuff in this place.
We have fed for days.
And we do indeed. Cisterns of fresh water, foundry.
It's a permanent
lamps.
icebox.
It is a permanent icebox. We need that.
Exactly what it is. Yeah,
We
it's,
need
it's,
to
a big,
take
it's a
that.
big
Yeah.
box too.
I'm
That'd
putting
be
it.
perfect for design more.
We should invent ice cream.
We have to thoroughly clean this out first.
That's an awesome
There's like
find.
three different forges or something.
2 500-pound barrels of grease.
I'm just gonna. This is a nice quote that I'll just drop. It's kind of how I feel about all this treasure.
To arm a legion of fire giants, though none of it is magical.
Fuck.
It gives you an idea of just how much shit there is here. You know, plate armor, iron helms, iron shields, great swords. But you could deck out 100 fire giants with this stuff. There must be 50 tons of steel here, maybe more. Yeah, so there's a lot of giants.
It's a lot of giants stuff. All right.
Yeah, I think that just about takes care of everything.
Awesome.
So we have about 7,000 gold in the treasury now.
And
Is that
that's
just-
without selling stuff.
I was saying, is that just raw gold?
That's without selling stuff and without splitting anything to the party yet.
Wait.
There's
We
more.
have all forgotten one thing. Can you think of one very valuable single object that we've all seen that we just didn't
The vine dog?
evaluate yet?
Or the Vodendod itself, I
Its
imagine.
eye, just its eye.
Oh.
One of its eyes is okay. That,
Oh my.
and we have 2 of them.
It only has one eye.
Only has
Okay.
one eye. It's
But
missing the other one, so it can't be powered up because it only has one eye.
Okay, well, that's still a lot.
That's a big ruby.
Fucking big ruby.
250-pound ruby.
It's the biggest ruby I've ever seen in D&D, I'm pretty sure.
How big does a ruby have to be?
Wait, so that ruby? Oh, it's a ruby, so we can't true resurrect with.
Like, it's heavier than any of us.
Is it able to come out of the Vodendod's eye pretty easily, or will it take some?
I guess you're right. I guess it's going to take some pretty intense work, but you might be able to use it with magic, like if you have some spell that molds metals or something. It's a big task, but you're not going to be here for a long time, so I'm pretty sure you can accomplish it.
How many fireball necklaces can we make?
And I think
That's the real question.
disassembling the Vodendod is like an important thing to do anyway.
assembling. Oh,
Or
disassembling.
Dis-
disassembling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if anyone's got a spell that can help me get this thing out, I'd appreciate it, because it's fucking
Can't-
in there.
It's on chains. Can't we just lower it and then you can hoist it out?
No, I've had a look at it before. It is
I
in
could
there.
rip it out with my bare hands.
Trust
Move
me,
aside.
Warlord. No, you couldn't, mate. I've
I've
looked
got
at
this.
it.
I've got
Alright.
this.
There's 500-pound barrels of grease.
Grease me up and I'll rip it out.
And Roz, you look at those sharp claws that could easily scratch this pristine jewel.
Roz, no. Alright, not Roz. Wild, no.
Wait.
But
What,
you're
what do
gonna
you mean, no?
you're gonna do more damage than good. Just let me get it out. You might break it with too
bullshit.
much. You might break the ruby with too much strength. Might
Oh,
shatter.
yeah, no, you're right there. I am a bit too strong for it, I'd say.
Yeah.
Plan 2
Could-
is you get
You hear that,
Smart.
Aradel? I'm the strongest. He just said it.
I look at Leroy.
Leroy shrugs. He's like, "Eh."
I'm just checking.
Oh no, what are you doing?
I don't actually have the spell, but I'm just checking what the description says. And it's magical. Like, the Vodadod's magical, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Every inch.
Because I was thinking we could fabricate the mithril from around the eye to make it easier to take off.
Hmm.
Good idea. It's a complex process, but you've got so much time that I don't think that you're gonna mess it up. So there'll be no need for any checks. But just transporting it is going to be a hassle. You know, you can't teleport it. Teleportation doesn't cover this much mass.
We have a
And,
flying ship.
Flying ship is actually probably about as good as you can get. You know, it's better than transporting it over land on elephant's back or something. A flying ship is probably, yeah, like there really isn't any better alternative. So
Like,
that's great.
I suppose, what's the radius of like this gem? Because it's basically an orb, isn't it?
I'm gonna ask the internet. How big would a 25-pound jewel?
I
be?
think it's like a sort of looking from the pictures of it, it's sort of like got a flat face on it. So like it's like classic diamond shape, I think. In it? Rather than an orb.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Because isn't there a fun image where a dude's like repelling and
I was gonna say that
forking it out?
I found that exact image right here. So we have a rough idea. I can't tell if it's a dwarf or a human. I think it's a dwarf.
Halfling, maybe?
So that's a yeah. So
Big fucking gem.
big.
Yeah, it looks like it sort of looks like kind of classic diamond shape. Or maybe classic ruby shape. Who knows?
I'd say it's about half a halfling's length.
Yeah,
or maybe a
so-
full halfling.
So yeah, maybe not as big as I'd imagined, but
Because, well,
still 2,500 pounds. Like
think-
yeah,
If it fits in a 10-foot, would it fit in a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground?
well,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it
I
would.
guess if we have someone holding it in the circle, we could teleport it.
there you go. I stand corrected.
In 6 seconds, right?
Yeah, so here's how I think here. As you cast a spell, you draw a 10-foot diameter circle inscribed with sigils. A shipping portal opens within the circle you drew and remains open until the end of your next turn. Any creature that enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet of the destination circle.
It's 12 seconds though.
Is it? I thought it was 6 seconds.
Next turn.
Ah. Cast it at the top of your turn, 6 seconds, and then next turn is a whole 6 seconds as well.
And I got a list of.
But it's only a creature, so you can't like push a cart through it. It has
Yeah,
to be
but-
what you're carrying.
But Luro could carry the gem.
Yeah.
But my skull.
Put it on the boat.
Well, yeah.
You're just like hoisting the skull like Atlas.
Yes.
Yeah,
God.
I had a list of known teleportation circles, but like It's not here. I think there's only like 5 things on the list then.
You have one. You have the ones in Yata, don't you?
I have the Harper ones plus one just outside of Waterdeep and Silvery Moon.
Wonderful. My cat comes to say hi.
Hey, cat.
Jeez. Okay. So now I know the importance of this flask. I'm gonna keep it on my person at all times, in like the front pockets of my like shirt or my robes, sort of thing. So I know where it is.
He says, "You should let me out, dude. Like, I'm totally like not
Can
gonna.
you speak?
I'm not
Sure.
gonna like. I won't do anything for a bad thing. You know.
No problem,
like,
dude.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Any second now.
I'm waiting, bro. I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay.
This is What do we do now? Like it's this. I kind of knew this session would go a bit like this, where
Bit direct. Now at the moment, I'm just trying to remember where the Harper teleportation circles are, so I can just write them down again. There's one in Yata. There's one in.
So the one in Yata
Mirabar?
is that goes to Silvery Moon and Evelyn, doesn't it? And
yeah, Evelyn's where the
Mirabar?
tower is. Yeah.
And Mirabar?
Yeah, Mirabar's one because that's one's illegal.
And I don't know the other one.
I
I'm pretty sure
remember
they're
there
like
used
4
to
or
be
5.
little purple. Yeah. There's little purple squares around them.
We have a handout, don't we? Because there was a little picture of them.
Check it out for yourself.
At Loudwater.
Trying to look for that. It's probably not in Pets and Effects.
Loudwater, Mirabar, Everland. I think there was only 4, wasn't there?
That sounds right. Yeah. And Silvery Moon.
Oh, there was one in Silvery Moon. I don't think there was one in Silvery Moon though.
I guess
Maybe.
Evelyn's close enough.
Yeah, probably it's close enough.
They probably don't need the one that goes to Silvery Moon.
I find it here. See the inner circle section there.
Because when I gained the spell, I selected no one in Silvery Moon.
Here we go. Everland, Loudwater, Mirabar,
Waterdeep.
Neverwinter, Waterdeep. Yeah, Waterdeep and Yata.
Wonderful.
So Mirabar, Everland, Loudwater, Waterdeep.
And Neverwinter.
So there was 5.
Thought that was 5. Damn, I missed that image. That was a cool image. Let's see if I can find it some. Ah, no, no way. Maybe
Okay,
it
there we go.
wasn't a handout and it was a picture.
There is this image. I'm not just what we're talking about, but
So I think Silvery Moon is the best bet.
Yeah, that was the one, I'm pretty sure.
That-
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the picture. Everland, Mirabar, yeah, Yata, Winter, Deep, Loudwater. Lovely.
So we'll now looking at that picture, there's little purple squares around all the teleportation circle places on the map.
I said that.
Oh, did you? There you go.
Well, why isn't there a purple square on Yata then, huh?
Because where I put the purple squares down is a potato.
What?
I think Reese put them down, but he didn't get all
Ah.
of them.
He missed Mirabar and Neverwinter and Yata.
Most of them.
He missed a good good percentage. What's the color of conjuration magic? Orange?
Just use the same colour as the ones we've got.
No.
Okay,
Here
then
you go.
at least have the decency to pixel perfect to replace the other one.
Okay, I'll do that. Was it Neverwinter? It was. Waterdeep.
I put them in the chat.
Yeah.
It's not Silvery Moon on my cave. Those are my ones.
So my lines are thicker, so they should go over.
Okay, so I think Silvery Moon is a better call. Like, do we know where it's to? Like the teleportation circle?
It's probably like in the
This
one
is
of the many
this is
cool
a
places.
this is a non-Harper one. This is the one I got when I learnt the spell.
Yeah. Arctique?
Say that again. Where's the Silver Moon one?
Yeah.
What about it?
Like, do we know like where we'd be teleporting to if we went to it? Because we haven't been to it yet, but I gained it when I got the spell.
So you would have visited it off camera.
Yeah, sure. Maybe there's like a public circle or something.
Makes
So
sense
that
for
they
Mirror.
can.
Maybe
Could I have
makes sense for
admitted
Silvery Moon.
him to one that was in like the library there?
Yeah, the library is what I was thinking. That's what I was going to say before I said what I did say. So yeah, the library works.
Perfect. My cat is kneading my leg and it's hurting. The things you do for pets.
Thinking of the things you do for humans.
And the Mirror Bar one is a stable, because we've actually been to that one, haven't we?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
He's like, I don't
Little
believe
thing.
you. Legal teleportation. Harper's? No.
Never.
They wouldn't they wouldn't meddle in the affairs of others.
Why would they do that? I like how Prophet's Cave is one of the toilet paper circles.
Is one of what?
The known
Oh,
toilet paper
TP.
circles.
Yeah, and just so people... Actually, he won't tell you where his cave is.
Prophet's Cave. Oh, I didn't. Oh, no, I did. Oh, I didn't do a square around Everland.
So I think Silvery Moon would be the best call if you want to get like something like there quickly.
All right.
I guess, have the soldiers like arrived yet, or are we still like waiting for them?
We have.
It takes them 20 days, so you tell me if you wait 20 days or not.
20 days a drop in the bucket, right?
I think we're gonna wait 20 days. I think it's just what we do with the 20 days.
And does Roz want to forge something while we're here?
Yes. But what can I forge? I can't even use the forge. I'm kind of pissed I can't use the forge.
There's more than just that forge.
Well, I know, but I want to use that forge. Whatever.
Well, I can. No, I don't think it's.
I don't know. It's not the
Come on.
same making a weapon, your own weapon in a different smithy. You don't have your own tools. You don't have your own place.
And-
Nothing's familiar to you. It's
And we don't know how to function like the containment.
He can use the other giant forges. It'll be a learning experience, isn't that what trades are about? Learning.
sorry. I have to go back to something because I forgot about it. The ingot of the Scald rune. Did you say it was in a golem?
Yeah, that's right. It's in an iron golem. The alliance is currently switched off, for want of a better term. It's deactivated. It doesn't attack you on sight.
Can Roz look into this golem and try and figure
Oh,
out how
yeah, that's a
it
good
works
idea.
and see if he can get it like up and running? And
I
on
help
our
him.
side?
I think the short answer is yes, and since you've got 20 days, let's assume that by the end of the 20 days you've activated the golem and it now is in your service.
Are we turning this by Morven Hall into a Minecraft village?
Guys! Look at what I've done. Aradel, help me. Look at it.
We have
How'd you do that?
With my hands. What should we name him? What's his name?
Golly!
Golly? Alright, that's... Actually, I really like Golly.
Golly the Golem.
Big afro wig.
No, no. Let's separate it from that.
So, did it require the Scold rune to work?
Why is Everload
No.
a different color?
No.
I'll look back over the whole thing
Oh,
again,
shit.
but let's see. The Iron Golem. You will need to cast the Identify spell on it, which and it'll tell you the command word, which is
No
Idle Strike.
problem.
I don't think this level 12 party has Identify.
What is the command word? Sorry.
Idle Strike. Idlestricky.
Ildstrick.
That's it.
I shall put that into my pile of command words like Eludazar, stand down.
And I did have identify, by the way.
Me too.
Perfect. When the golem is activated, fire burns in its eyes, sulphurous smoke billows from the vents in its shoulder pauldrons, and you can issue your commands to it. It is powered by a spirit of elemental fire, which is trapped within it. Yeah, there is one problem, and that is that if a fire giant commands it, then it will supersede any command given, and the fire giant's command will override yours.
Huh, too bad we killed them all.
I guess. Is that? I mean, sure. That's okay, right? Wow.
See,
Damage and
how is it that he didn't know how to use the Iron Golem at all over grind with the first level spell? Come on, Duke Zoltar. You've captured a fucking Dawn Titan, you fucking wanker. Oh, I didn't think to use Identify. I just never crossed my mind.
But that Drow Wizard didn't have Identify, I don't think.
They probably don't want to help him out.
Identify? I never heard of that spell. What's it do?
But the Divination
Sorry.
Wizard doesn't have it either, so I mean, I suppose it's not too bad.
I guess we can't tease him.
Can't you just buy it for like 50 gold?
It's like 25 gold.
There you go. Immune from. Oh, jeez. This is ridiculous. I don't want to have to fight one.
Yeah, they're pretty tough Iron Golems, man. Unless you know what to do, then they can really tie you up for a long time.
Do I know what language? I guess it speaks giant, right? Because it knows.
Yeah.
And it knows the language of its creator.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right, Giant.
We have to command it in giant. Is everyone a giant?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys don't know the command word. Nah, check.
I mean, I suppose if it's just one word, you don't need to understand it, do you?
You can whisper to it.
Say Achtung! And it'll do what you want it.
It may be best not to tell Wild the command word, though.
Idle strike. Fetch me my boots. This could help with forging. It just runs into the forge.
It very much can. I'm very happy with this loot. This is awesome.
So are we gonna get like any gold? Because I've got to split something with Parallaxis.
So any creature that activates the golem can issue commands to it. So as long as we don't let the fire giants activate it, so they have to know the command word. What? Okay.
I think it just goes. If a fire giant says a command, it'll just obey the fire giant's command because it's a fire giant.
But it's
even if it's activated.
I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Shut down after 1 hour, and it can't be activated again for another hour. All right. This is a weird golem. Aren't they normally just like unceasing?
So you have it for 1 hour, then you have to let it cool down for 1 hour.
Yeah, that's weird. What a weird one.
Are we splitting anything? Like we just put into the treasury, or?
Alright, put what on the treasury? Sorry.
Because we have a lot of gold in the treasury now. We're just going to keep it there. We're going to split it between like the players.
let's just keep it there for now until Roz does a few things and can figure out what he wants to do. Because I think you guys will want to have your voice on that. Say on it, sorry.
No, I'm gonna say like I have like a deal with Parallaxis. I need to give him half the gold I get, and if we don't get anything,
Was I
it's zero.
adding? Yeah, was I adding the rest to treasury?
I've added everything to treasury.
Cool.
Have you? I only see pouch and drow sword as the additional stuff.
Yeah, it's in 2 different spots because I accidentally created some like slots at the top. Unless
Did you save it?
no, I did. The crown's there. The striding's there. Rod of the Patch
looking.
Keeper's there, right at the bottom.
I only see the drow sword in the pouch. Maybe I gotta close it and open it back up again.
Probably. What do I see?
Oh yeah, I see it all now.
I
Yeah,
see
had
it
to
all now.
I had to close it and open it again. Psych. Did you put the icebox in there?
It's there somewhere.
Ah, yeah, it is. Wow. It's a lot of guff we have.
I think we should just start turning it into gold. Like we need to
I
find
think
somewhere to sell it.
I think we should stop by Storm, Long Saddle,
Storm
the wizard
Kings and
place.
sell stuff, obviously. Storm Kings. They'd
Oh,
love
Long
some of
Saddle is
these
pretty
things, wouldn't
far.
they?
They would, but it is. It goes. You know, we go past Zymorvan, so we can stop at Zymorvan first if we'd want.
Arctic.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some sort of item akin to the amulet of non-detection that I can purchase that can work for items?
Like pouch and non-detect or something like that.
Like, I don't know, like you wrap a cord around it and it's like non-detected or something.
Yeah. And so you want to buy one?
I want to get that so I can wrap it around the flask.
Okay, the flask. Yeah, the flask is pretty small, so a chest of non-detection. What level is non-detection?
3rd. And the item, the amulet proof against non-detection, is rated uncommon, but that's interesting.
Yeah, make you one for 30,000 gold.
Oh, it's pretty worth it, guys. No one else can find this extremely important item. But that is a lot of our money, isn't it? Have we
That
not
is a-
tallied it?
That is a metric butt ton of our money,
That's
buddy.
Yeah, and we sort of need some of the money for a plan that we have.
Alternatively, I can spend 25 gold pieces 4 times a day, 3 times a day, and it'll not be detected.
Wait, how many gold pieces a day?
25 gold pieces 3 times a day, so 75, and
But
that'll
that's using spell slots every
and
day.
Every
that'll
day.
wipe me out of 3rd level spells every day.
I think you go off the old faithful eyes and you just keep an eye on it.
Okay. If we get jumped on by dark elves, I'm suing you.
We'll be
Oh
fine.
no, not dark elves. Whatever shall we do?
Underestimate them entirely.
I do agree that maybe a special spot in Zymorvan Hall underground.
Oh, never away from the party, I think.
I think I can keep an eye on it.
I don't know. It's all.
And remember, certain spells like only work if it's like not
Well,
on a person.
in my opinion, I think you guys also underestimating the drow at night time is a bad idea.
And remember,
If
like,
one of us are just walking down the street, they could probably pick off, if Aradol pretty easily, I'd imagine.
Aradale will
honestly.
definitely see them though.
I don't know about that. These are drow, Prophet.
Unless they're invisible, I've got a good eye.
When it's night time, the drow won't be able to be seen. The dark.
Unless
I
they smile.
Remember
Or
with
open
Drum-Meege's
their
instant.
eyes.
Remember
We
with
have to keep
Drum-Meege's
telling bad jokes.
So remember with
No.
Drum-Meege's instant summons? If we put it down, it could just disappear at any time. Like we thought about casting it. how do we know that Drow or the Fire
Well-
Giants haven't done that already?
Surely we could build
Oh,
a vault
I
that has
th-
like
I think-
non-detection in it.
I think you know if someone's cast draw images if you identify it, right? Let's check draw images. Um. Okay, so we. Okay, so if you can see invisibility, you can see the mark that is left upon the item.
So can I have a look at the item?
I hand it over tentatively.
Is there an invisible mark on it? I can see invisible.
On which item?
The Iron Flask. We're looking for a Dromege's Instant Summons mark.
Right.
Because we thought about doing it. So, I mean, they might have thought about doing it too.
There is no such mark.
Wonderful.
That would be like we just put it down, it instantly disappears.
Put it down on the table to inspect it. Gone.
I'll
Alright.
say this right now: by keeping that fireboy, you will be putting yourself at risk in the future.
Well, as long as
if
they
the
don't
drow
know
would-
I have it,
If the Drow attack us for it, they will attack Zymorvan Hall for it.
and they already stole it from Gauntlgrim, so
I'm just letting you know, as long as you know that your life is in danger for a very long time. Well, you
Well-
have that.
All of our lives are in danger as long as this thing exists.
Yes, but whoever is holding on to it and has it on their person is at the most risk. I'm
wouldn't it be
just
funny if we just
clarifying.
sort of opened it at the bottom of the ice sea, and it's even as
Oh.
ice.
That would be hilarious, Arido. I'd love that one.
Well, sounds like that's the plan.
Let's do it.
I wonder what it would do. Could we let it loose on the big glacier?
We could. But should we?
No, not at all. Just thought it'd be interesting. What is the big glacier called at the north of Anarok?
It's called the Great Glacier.
The Great Glacier. I couldn't think of it. I thought it was like called the High Glacier or something.
High ice. That's the high ice is the one on top of Anarok. And the Great Glacier is somewhere else, maybe up near.
It's even further
Spine
north
the
of it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it's
Mm.
beyond Icewind Dale is the Great Glacier.
Hell yeah. Alright. Well, I guess we wait till the forces arrive and then we can leave.
Yeah, they should be here soon. We've been here for a while.
After 20 days, indeed, they do turn up, and it's a pretty sizable force. There's a total of 200 soldiers gathered from the Dwarves, and mostly from places like Neverwinter and Waterdeep, and a handful of soldiers from around this area. So yeah, 200 Lord's Alliance soldiers turn up and secure the area for the Lord's Alliance. They say thank you very much. This is ours now.
Did we clarify we're getting gold for all that adamantine?
I thought we were just giving it to them.
We only had 25 words. We have to make a contract, surely.
Well,
So to go start now, you guys can sort out your position among yourselves first. For example, if you want to basically, inverted commas, basically sell them the rights to this place. Now, obviously, you're going to say, well, we want all the magic shit, or maybe you don't want all the magic shit. I'm just assuming that. Yeah. What's your price going to be
I think
for
like,
50 tons of fucking adamantium?
we get
Yeah.
the spoils of war, right?
I've got a pretty good idea. How about for maybe X amount of years, we have a certain amount of gold come into Zymorvan Hall every month. or something.
Or just
So
supplies, in the form of supplies,
I mean,
even.
this will become a city in the future, so we could ask for titles as well if we wanted.
Like shares or something.
Yeah.
we totally could. And I was more of on the line thinking that all that money coming into Zymorvan Hall would be great for us to
There tends to be a
push a little
council,
bit
doesn't
further.
there? Like in these cities and things, there tends to be a council, isn't there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like each of the different cities is governed in a different way, but there is usually a council. Even in the cases like Queen Dagnabbit is the monarch, but even she has a council. Yeah.
Yeah, so we could ask to be put present on this council.
On the Lords Alliance Council.
No, not I mean the one for this new settlement.
Oh.
So we can be present for when it gets big, because it will, because there's a lot of adamantine.
Maybe one or two of us, but I don't feel the need to own this
I'll
place or have a
pass.
title.
Yeah, I don't really care about that either. I reckon gold's the way to
plan
go.
on retiring one day.
How old are you?
119.
Do you know how old you live for?
120.
We've done it. We've killed Imarith.
Ev-
Prophet! Oh my god, Prophet's having a heart attack, everyone!
This guy's in a cardiac arrest.
But I think I can use magic to fix this in the future.
Let's hope then.
You know, that is something a wizard would say at one point in their life when it comes to age. I think I can do something about this with magic.
And that's when they delve into Lich.
Oh, hey, Larlock!
Hey, Larlock.
Thought you might know a few things about Endless Life.
Now I'll discover the clone spell.
Yeah, why don't they just clone over and over again? That's my question. Hey, I want to be a stinky dead dude.
What they don't tell you about the clone spell is that it sends immense
a
pain
gateway.
through your real body, and then the memories
I mean,
are
you do
wiped
have
from
to
your
die
clone.
to be in the clone.
But how creepy! You go through a wizard's thick tower and you find a pot. You open the pot and there's just a naked version of the wizard and water in there. One of the few ways you can reverse the aging process in 5th edition.
Back to the gold.
Okay.
I think gold.
Well, we could just say
We could ask for less gold, and Prophet could be on the council or whatever. But I thought Prophet would set up in Silvery Moon with Haralaxis afterwards.
Yeah,
just because I've got a place doesn't mean I need to be there. It's just that we can use it in the future.
I think.
Does sound fair.
I don't know. I feel like we don't need to have a title here. I think us being the Bulwark of the North is a great title. We are known throughout the realm, the world. Our name is known. People respect us. Do we need more?
I don't think we really do. I think we should ask for
And
gold.
plus, a position on the council would ensure that we got, if you wanted a long-term stipend, like you were just suggesting, a position on the council would ensure that happened.
Hmm.
But so, what percentage of the myth, money from the mythal, do you think we should want?
Well,
it's 50 tons of adamantine, isn't it?
It's probably more than that, and it's an adamantine mine. This will set them up for a very long time.
We
But
could ask
this
for
will be a
nearly a
city.
million gold for sure.
I feel like, yeah, they don't have to pay it off to us straight away. Like I said, this should be something that comes into Zymorvan every month or two, so we can keep building our town, our city.
Do you think we should we should be negotiating with Queen Dagnabit about this anyway, so we should probably head there.
I agree. Alright, let's go see Queen Dagnamit.
Should we go to Zymorvan Hall first? We've got to drop that fucking golem off. I don't think it's gonna be able to sit on the airship.
Yeah, we'll drop this ruby off too. Fucking big thing.
Well, are we gonna sell that or?
Yes, well, yes, I think we should sell it.
Well, then maybe we
Aye.
should bring it to Mithril Hall to sell.
Sure.
Well,
As Wild
maybe-
and Roz start moving away, I guess, getting ready to
maybe
leave.
Livy, maybe Livy will take the golem back with Iglis, and we'll go to Mithril Hall. No cutback. Livy and Livy and Iglis go with the golem to Zymorvan Hall, and will meet up with us later.
Hello, sorry, my nephew's
Fuck. Livy's back.
calling.
Damn it.
I'm getting on the ship. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
I'm also ready to go. Come on, hurry up.
Wild, why aren't they talking?
I don't know.
We'll
Start
get
the
going.
ship. Get the ship going. Fuck 'em.
The ship is going. It's
That's
on.
cool.
It's all happening.
I cast fast step and jump onto the ship.
Oh, look out, Trixie.
Bye, Aradel Prophet.
I said I'm getting on.
Bye, Nap.
Bye.
Unconcerned, completely unconcerned.
It's his way out, finally. I've been with these idiots for so long.
Been waiting for them to leave me behind. All right, Mithril Hall it is then. And so you find yourself at that camp, Settlestone, out the front of Mithril Hall. Takes a couple of days, I'm pretty sure, to get there. But when you arrive, the first guards you come across don't know who you are, but then they are chastised by more guards who do know who you are. Indeed, there is the person that you deal with, a red-bearded dwarf by the name of Higgleby. I'm not sure if the Higgleby's available at the moment or not, but if he is, then he can surely make you feel at home. Is there a Higgleby in the building?
Sash, please, awaken.
Hey, son. And
No dice.
no dice. All right. So there you are, Mithril Hall. You're admitted into the Undercity. They open up the seal. It takes about 45 minutes for them to do so. They open up the seal, and then you find yourself deep in the heart of Mithril Hall, and the magnificence of this ancient throne room. Dwarven warriors flanking you left and right, and the Queen atop her ancient throne, wearing her ancient helm. Well, you certainly did good, didn't you? From what I've heard, there's more adamantine there that could fit in a city vault.
Certainly quite a lot.
Quite a bit.
If there were any doubts about your skill, any doubts about your merit, I think they've been put to the rest. Put to rest now. You've certainly proven yourselves. So, what can we do for you here?
Well, we're here to talk about the payment for some of the adamantine, perhaps, and a few other things.
Deal, as I understood, half yours, half ours. Don't you tell me I've got to buy me on adamantine back
That's
now?
a 50-50.
Aye, that was my understanding.
50-50 doesn't sound bad to me.
It doesn't sound bad to me, but I thought Prophet was talking about some sort of gold or something.
I'm adjusting the list of stuff we want just to reflect that stuff we've actually got now. And Gus, would you have plans to make it into a city and like settle it in the future?
Oh well, I don't think we could really do that. You see, we're still rebuilding Mithril Hall, and when we're done with that, we'd like to repopulate Gauntlgrim as well. The dwarves will lend a hand, no doubt, but we haven't got the population to start a new settlement.
I suppose we'll just
The
keep it.
Lord's Alliance might, but that's another story entirely. There's always more humans. They breed like rabbits.
Maybe we sell the rights to the mine to the Lord's Alliance for a hefty sum of gold.
That the adamantine was mine. But
yeah,
if you
the
mean your
adamantine that's
share,
been mined.
you mean your share of the adamantine? Well, that's your business. Although we'd be happy to negotiate on your behalf.
I'm happy to make it a bit more simple. How about we aren't really interested in half the adamantine. That is way too much for Zymorvan Hall. We can't even really use the metal. I'm the only one, and there's only one other smith in Zymorvan Hall who actually can use the metal.
We have nowhere to store it either.
Yes, so how about Queen Dagnammit? Would you be willing to, let's say, keep most of the adamantine? And would you be willing to give us a gold payment every month that goes by for Zymorvan Hall so we can get that up and running a bit more? Rather than taking a huge payment out straight away, I feel like it'd be easier for you and for us just to do it monthly.
She says without even consulting her advisors. But how much are we talking? And for how long?
How much would we need? What do you reckon, like 10%? Even that's a shitload of adamantine.
It is.
That's what, 10 ton?
10 ton of adamantine.
Fuck. You only need like 1%.
5%. We'll say we'll
I
keep
think
5%, and then she can buy our share for the rest. The other 45% of it.
I think 10% is a good number to have, though.
If you wanted to
10%?
keep it simple, I could offer you 10,000 each month for the rest of the year. 10,000 gold pieces for 12 months.
That's... Come on, Queen. You're undercutting us a bit for hundreds of tons of adamantine.
A month for 12 months.
How many months is that?
12.
12 months. 12 months times 20. 20% 20,000.
Okay, so the things on the
Yeah.
list is the magic stuff, miscellaneous spoils, 10% of the adamantine, 10k for 12 months.
She just like, rather than the mathematics of working out how much the mine is going to generate, she's just going to offer you a flat fee. Yeah, because the mining might not start for another year for all she knows. She just doesn't know. It's not going to be her.
I suppose whenever it does start, it's going to be literally better than a gold mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about
Mm.
first month you pay? What do you reckon? We need a hefty sum of gold right now, so maybe 50,000 gold for the first month, and then for the rest of the months 10,000. That's more than fair.
Tell you what, 50,000 for the first month, and then 10,000 for the 10 months after that.
Sounds good to me. Does it sound good to everyone else?
The one payment of 50,000 and then 10 payments of 10,000 each. But that means signs all the rights over to them. Like it basically means you no longer have anything to do with that settlement on an official level.
Not really, because I feel like there's more value in the adamantine. I think we're talking at least 600 to 800,000 worth of gold or of adamantine in there. There is an extreme amount And
Play
I
the
really
long
do
game
think
then. I have to play the long game then. Yeah.
we to be fair, we don't even know how much is in there. So this deal you've actually done, I think, is actually a great deal. But if I could have your word, after 12 months, if there is a lot more adamantine than what we thought and what you thought, you should, or well, you
I
will
think we
have
should
to,
get it all
if we make a
sorted now.
deal, we should get a bigger cut.
She sympathises with you, but you can't make the agreement. Investments are always a gamble as far as she's concerned, and if you want the cash up front when they might not even start mining for 6 months or more, then
The way I see it,
she's basically buying you out.
we either take money now or we join them for the
or
long
wait.
term.
Exactly. Those are really her two stances. Yeah.
I reckon take money now. Purely because the campaign's not going to go that much longer, right?
That is true. If we're going out of character, the campaign's probably going to end in a few months. So having a fuel supply of gold for like a year and a half isn't really. Yeah.
Why don't we just ask her to buy it outright, straight up, 150k? If she'll accept
120.
that. I'm all right with 120.
And with this, are we still getting a percentage of the adamantine?
No.
Yeah, we're getting 10%. Oh, we're not keeping the 10%?
No. Not the short answer is no. So if you want to renegotiate for the adamantine again, then yeah, that's something different again. It depends. It really comes down on how simple you want to make it as players.
All right.
Because I thought we were getting like some.
Hold up. Out of character for a second. Are we going to use the adamantine?
Well, yes. I think we definitely can for Zymorphan Hall at some point, but yeah.
You still got to think about what your character's going to do afterwards, just because it suits you now. I don't know. That's how I see it. Like,
yeah.
I want to make a shock collar for Livy.
I am really happy with the 50k up front, 10k for 10 months.
And then we
plus,
get to keep 10% of the adamantine?
Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that deal, now that I think about it.
If that's a deal, we'll accept that
I think there's
deal.
a bit of confusion. Was that the deal, though?
Yeah, she doesn't want to give you 10% of the adamantine in that case. Other than that, she'll just give you 50k up front and 10% of the adamantine.
Okay, that sounds good.
50k and 10% of the adamantine. No
I
10k for each month.
Yeah,
Correct.
I can't edit it in a millisecond.
I think 10% of the adamantine, 50k, 10% of the adamantine is actually
And
a
we
good
don't
deal.
tell them about this sick flask.
Yep, that sounds like a good deal.
Because that's still 10 tons of adamantine, so...
Exactly.
Awesome.
So that's still 10 tons, which is what your share is. So you get 50,000 gold pieces. You get to keep 10 tons of the adamantine, and the deal is solved. You are now no longer, a shareholder in this mine.
All right. Then we just got to go sell that giant ruby for, what is it, 25k?
Yeah, 25. I'm trying to find a buyer.
It would have been pretty fun to like a bunch of dwarves being like bossed around by a kobold in a mine.
Yeah.
While we are selling things, do we want to keep
Yeah.
the Rod of the Pack Keeper +1? Is that going?
I don't need it.
I don't think
guess
any
it's
of us
going
need
then.
it.
Do they want it though?
Too.
No, they don't want it, but we can go to somewhere else that will buy it. Maybe
I
Long
assume-
Saddle.
Like if we pulled it out here, we'd probably get arrested. So let's take it somewhere else.
Hey,
Can
That is
quick
out
question.
of character.
Can we combine 2 + 1 to make a +2?
No.
I think you need like 4+1, like a lot of +1s.
Can
Yeah,
we
4 or
trade this?
8, yeah.
Could we trade the +1 for a non-detection box?
No, the protection
Damn.
costs like 30 grand.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a huge amount of money.
But we have a huge amount of money now.
But do you want to spend
No.
3/5 of it on a box
Yeah,
to keep the flasks?
we were
we're just gonna,
negotiating for the money, and we have a plan for it.
we're just gonna pay attention on the flask. If I get teleported on, I'm just gonna
Cry.
cry.
Mm.
Wait, for teleportation, they have to. I would actually don't know the limits. Never mind.
You'll be fine. Just don't go wandering around at night by yourself.
Well,
Stay near one of us.
We should buy a rather large stock of the materials I need.
Wild, he doesn't shut up.
This guy's fucking annoying.
Non-detection, so that when we leave town, I can cast a spell.
I could knock him out, rip his head off right now.
Maybe you should hold his hand. Make him feel better. He needs help.
Grab his hand softly.
I'll
be with you, Aradel, don't worry.
I
Can't
do you want me
oxygen.
to leave right
Don't
now?
mind person.
I don't have that.
Alright, well that's our deal done with the Queen Dab Nabbit. Let's sell the fucking ruby. And...
Who's right there in the treasury?
Okay.
I've
Who do
done
we
the
try
treasury.
to sell the ruby to, rather?
Should we?
The fucking rich wizards. The hell?
Yeah.
The fucking rich wizards, they take it. They're like, you fucking beauty. I'm gonna
Long
get-
saddle
That'll make an
just-
amazing pinky ring.
I imagine the long
Exactly.
saddle wizards to just be like rich farmers, because they're in the middle of fucking nowhere too.
But they just put
Yeah.
they just make it small enough to put on a ring with magic. It's like, yeah, that's great.
Wait, have you heard of Duck Dynasty? The rednecks who invented a duck call, who are now filthy fucking rich, and they live in the swamps, but they have like a mansion in the swamps and a pet deer and everything. That's what the rich wizards are at Long Saddle. Redneck rich guys.
That's pretty accurate.
And I guess they just pay for it. I guess I'm just looking for. I'm
They'll
stalling
give
because I'm
you the
looking for where
cash.
it is.
They give it, yeah, they pay it in platinum. So
Are they like
yeah.
legit like people? You can't just. They've like, how much money have they paid us? Just. Oh, yeah, I'll buy that.
Well
Here you
over
go.
100K
Bang,
for
lump it
sure.
down.
Their money is phenomenal. They've got multiple generations of adventurers in their family that have just accumulated shit, and you know, it's like being a banker. You've got more money than you could ever possibly spend. You don't know what to do with it.
They've
Well-
raided so many dragons layers of copper people.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Unbelievable.
While we're here, Roz, I guess, would also like to try and sell his +1 flame skull weapon and his +1 shield. That was a Remorhaz from a Remorhaz. +1 Remorhaz shield. There we go.
Oh, +1.
I'll give you $2,000 for the Remorhaz shield, and I'll give you $5,000 for the flame skull.
Could I get the shield maybe? I don't know if my shield is +1.
Sure.
Oh wait, no, it is +1. Psych.
It's all good, Aradel. You had me going there. I'll take
Ah.
the 7,000.
Couldn't remember.
God, you piss us off sometimes, Aradil.
It's all in a day's work.
Rod of the Pact Keeper. Are we selling that?
Yeah, we are. We have a fine rod here, Rod of the Pack Keeper. How much are you willing to buy this one for?
One Rod of the Pack Keeper. They'll
like
give you
they're like
$5,000
not
for
warlocks?
that too. Yeah, that's right. It's no use for them, but they'll use it to bribe a warlock, so they'll give you $5,000.
To bribe a warlock.
Yeah. Warlocks will do anything for the shit, man. They love
Look, I'll get my man over here and he can tell me how much I can get for.
it. Exactly.
Alright. Well, are you guys happy with 5,000 for this?
They are porn stars.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Alright, we also got these boots of striding and springing, but I don't know if Igulus wants them. He's been kind of quiet, so we might come back to that one actually.
$1,000 for 'em.
Oh yeah, I might as well bring it out and show you guys. This is actually a broom of flying. Do we want it?
I mean,
Fuck
Although it doesn't
That's
fly
fucking
too well,
awesome.
it's kind of broken though.
could I try?
Yeah!
Do you have to attune to this?
I don't think so.
Don't think so, but yeah, you have to. If you compendium it, it should bring it up.
Broom.
It doesn't
Oh,
say. 'Cause normally it says like the first line is requires
Yeah.
attunement.
So
Yeah,
attunement.
So
exactly.
I guess
yeah.
it don't require
So it
attunement.
doesn't. Correct. Yeah.
But don't forget, it is honestly dangerous because you can fall off it pretty easily. Let's be real.
Just
you
don't wanna
imagine,
get knocked out.
or hit by anything.
Hit by a fucking boulder thrown by a giant.
Should be right.
No, come on, do your thing. Go on, give it a swirl.
I get on it. I don't know the command word.
And you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it's pretty fun.
The command word is boost in giant. I have no idea what that is.
Boost. the
Boost.
command word is hit the nos.
Then
Oh, wild! Your giant heads. You got to sell them too.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch
Oh.
of giant heads.
Yeah.
Since anyone can use this room, we might
Oh,
as well
do you want
keep
your
it.
toes and fingers? I got 30 of each.
Yes, I do want the toes and fingers.
Here you go.
I found
Shower
out how
you
to
with
say it.
7 toes and fingers.
I
So
did it in
brutal.
Swedish too.
Swedish.
Hoja.
Oh yeah. It can't be.
Hoja.
Yeah.
Hoja.
Wait, did someone? This is from a long time ago, but did someone take the +1 boomerang?
No, it's.
It's just sitting
know.
there.
I thought Wild
Oh,
took that for
I
some
feel
reason.
like someone.
No, I
Yeah.
took the +2 whip. I'm pretty sure
No,
Nat took the boomerang.
Did Nap take
Nope.
boomerang?
I did not take the boomerang.
Did
Yeah.
you take the whip? I thought someone else took the whip.
That's my whip.
Whip it good.
See? It's a whip.
Well,
Whip.
boost is actually left, but the second closest translation is hoya.
Oh yeah. I like
Alright,
yeah.
so
I like
30
where you are too.
3,600 for the 9 regular fire giant heads, and do they offer a special price for the Duke?
Yeah, they'll give you double for the Duke.
Double for the Duke? Alright.
Is that all?
4,200 total from that.
Jesus
4,200.
4,200.
We have gold now, like quite a bit.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just gonna funnel out of us soon.
I must have got the number wrong, but that's not right.
Well, if that's all we want to do, let's head back to Zymorvan Hall then, yeah?
Sure. Does that lightning resistance ring cost require achievement?
Oh, again, you should it should be in the compendium. It should tell you Ring of Lightning Resistance.
Because that might be very useful for some of us.
Ring of
Considering where we're
lightning
going.
resistance.
Considering where we're going and who
Requires
Ibarith
attunement.
is.
It's a blue
Yeah.
dragon.
Yeah. If no one else wanted that at some point, I wouldn't mind using it. What have I got? I've got the eyes of. I've written it down. Cloak of displacement, periaptive wound closure, and eyes of the eagle. I can drop eyes of the eagle, on occasion for it. I wouldn't mind using it, or maybe even you, Prophet.
My eyes aren't too good anyway. Would it be too useful?
I'm talking about the
lightning
ring.
I guess if the need arises, I could use it.
We shall keep the ring. Does anyone have it in there? We'll put it in the treasury for now, if it's not already in there.
It's not in the treasury yet.
Okay.
Chuck are the boots of striding and springing in the treasury? They are, right?
They are.
Yeah.
I think too much gold in the treasury. Like, did someone add the 50k?
No.
Oh no, I must have added. Yeah, I get it. I understand now.
Good.
I did because I added the 50k. Because I'm looking through the chat, like, where does all this gold come from?
Why is there 25,000 platinum?
That was for the big diamond, the ruby.
The ruby.
Is that meant to be 25,000 or 20?
It's 25 platinum pieces.
I just deleted one of the zero.
250? Wait, what?
2,500 platinum. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
25,000 gold.
the comma was confusing me because
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I just put the
10
number
gold
in
to a
and
platinum.
deleted one of the zeros.
yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
Didn't delete the comma.
It's 25 pence that one. Cheap as piss, Ruby.
So
Alright, are we now heading back to Zymoven Hall?
We
No one has
throw
anything else
wild
to do?
gold off of the ship.
Good luck, motherfucker.
I mean, he could
Tim-
probably survive.
20. That's right. 20d6 damage later. He is pissed. But he's not dead.
He's got a vendetta against you.
How high do we fly the airship?
Fun?
How high do we fly the airship normally anyway?
Feet, I guess.
Mm. Lift the clouds.
High enough to miss mountains?
Feet, yeah. Pretty
Mo-
high.
501 feet. So if we do fall, we have more than one turn.
That's 200, so that's 200
It-
feet, I think.
Doesn't it max at 20d6?
It does. 20d6 is the highest.
Terminal
Okay.
velocity.
Yeah.
All right, let's head on back to Zymoven Hall and make some weapons, eh? Because that's what I want to do.
Sure.
You take 62
Really?
damage. Wait, I would survive that.
That's pretty cool.
Let's test it. Throws Prophet off the edge.
I mean, I'd be in death saves,
have you added the ring? Because I'm going to add it to the treasury.
but not the lightning resistance. I thought you were going to do it, but haven't
Yeah,
been touching
I just didn't know if you still had it edited.
I can see if I can equip it.
Ring of lightning resistance.
We still have a ring of warmth in there.
Yeah. What do you have on you right now,
I have a little
Livy?
Oh, Livy? I have
Oh,
to check a
This
couple
also
things.
begs
Wait,
the
is Livy gonna be the one fighting Immelrith, or is the champion gonna finally come back? Because otherwise, the champion isn't really the champion.
Bada-
It's like
bada-
it's not my fault.
Just saying, he hasn't done shit in this giant invasion shit.
Yeah, but how could I predict a year ago Grady would be like, "Oh, I want to temporarily swap out characters and then never switch back"?
You just
That's a-
don't. I'm unpredictable. I
Curse
change
of
like a
Grady.
wind.
He's an enigma.
But you should have just let me swap the champion to another person.
Give you some wind out of my arse.
Oh, gee.
Ooh, the prophecy was upside down.
Read it backwards. Can't believe
Like
it.
imagine if like Wild was like the champion.
He's been saying it this whole time.
We've been saying this since session 1.
Wild specifically.
No, Saradell. He's the one who's going to kill the Storm King.
Get it to 1 HP.
Why are we still killing the Storm King?
Storm King ain't got shit to do with this anymore.
Anyway. Make your damn weapons.
Alright, we're back at Zymoven Hall now.
Wait a minute. I need to take a piss off the side of the boat. Nah, we can go back to Zymoven if you want.
Alright, well then, Wild and Roz want to make a spicy weapon.
Mm.
Are
So,
you going to spend all our money again?
Maybe.
it won't be all of the money, trust me. It'll only be a
Some
little
of the
bit.
money.
Hey, I need to pay Haranaxis something.
He doesn't even know. Oh wait, yes he does. He was there.
was
Well, hey, you said he was getting half of your share, so do you think?
So what is my share?
Well,
We have a shitload of gold. Let's do this first, and then we'll do the share. How about that?
yeah.
Okay.
Arctic, could I have bought a book of like the primordial language at Long Saddle?
Sure. 50 gold pieces.
No problem. Wait, do I have that money on me actually?
Or for 2,000 gold pieces, you can get a book that talks. You talk into the book and it translates for you.
Why do I want it to translate when I could learn it myself?
It's like it's a translating book.
I say that's cool, but okay. I'll buy the primordial book. Does it also have cool information on random primordials?
Yeah, but it's all in it. Did you know format? Did you know?
Like in those little like text boxes in the top left corner of the
Yes,
page.
exactly. That's right. It's designed for ages 12 to 16.
You know, just the classic 12 to 16-year-olds learning primordial.
Exactly. That's right.
Cool.
You go through your rebellious phase where you want to summon fucking fiery primordials to destroy your parents' house.
How heavy is
I
this
hate
book?
you, Dad. I'm gonna bury you under 20 tons of rock.
Go, Earth Elemental.
Summons like a 1/8 and then like rock elemental, then gives up.
Pebble Elemental.
His girlfriend and chills out.
Can I use 8,000 of the hide from the dragon?
The black one?
Yeah, unless we want to keep it for more.
Don't think anyone else is using it.
We also got the brain and the heart for this specific reason.
If I could use the hide, brain, heart, what's the brain and the heart? I think the brain and the heart were valued at like 500 each, right? Positive.
500 each? I feel like the heart of a dragon would be worth
It was
The
it
organ
was
of a
size...
huge giant is 500 gold.
Yeah, it's in the thing.
That's 12,000 gold right there with the parts and the hide.
Alright, then we just need the rest in gold pieces, and we'll use the 2 swords that I have here.
Wait, go again, sorry, Tyler?
We just use the rest in gold pieces plus the 2 swords that I have to meld together.
Well...
Would it be 2?
2?
Hang on. Wait.
Man.
Oh, so it'd be, what, half of that 50k then?
Mm-hmm.
That's still not that bad.
I mean...
With the 12k plus the 2 swords, like...
But it's also... We got Arctic... Can I kind of melt down the 2 swords and use the parts from them?
Because the original idea was to put the 2 swords like into one, so that it's still so it becomes like the giant / dragon slayer and.
Yeah. It doesn't really work like that, but basically you're able to salvage 1/4 of the value from that. So when you destroy your old weapons and return them to the raw materials, it maintains some of the value, but it loses 3/4 of it.
One is a legendary sword.
Probably
What
worth
value
about
would that be?
50,000, probably, depending on what it is. Probably
It's
50.
Worm's
That would be
Slayer.
to buy. So yeah, and so what does it do? An extra
3d6. 3d6 plus. All right, hold up. Let's see. Where is it? I got it right here somewhere.
An extra 3d6 damage to dragons.
And I get locate dragon and fire resistance.
Locate dragon, fire resistance. Yeah. So finding a buyer for it's going to be the hard part, but it would be worth 50,000 to buy at least, maybe even double that. You'll get someone who will buy it off you for 1,500.
Wait, 15,000, not 1,500? You mean?
15,000. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Did I say 1,500? I meant 15,000, which is like basically 1/3 of the value.
Old man Zymorvan is going to love you when you find out you sold his sacred sword.
No,
Wrong
wrong
sword.
sword. So
thought
we use
Wormslayer, I thought
use
that
the
was that
giant sword. Use the giant sword as the base. Improve upon that. Sell the other sword. Use the gold plus the dragon parts. Yeah, that would
Sure.
work, right? All right. All right. I'll sell Wormslayer 15,000 gold.
All right, done. They think they got a good deal, but you couldn't find anyone else, so you kind of shrug your shoulders and decide whether you're happy or not.
There it is. Okay, so you have that 15k now. He gives it straight to you.
Oh, cool.
He also hands
Okay.
over his sword, Giant Slayer. Don't fuck it up, please.
No, well, I won't. Trust me. Yeah, you can watch if you want.
I would like to watch. Yes.
Alright, so the math, we got 12k from Dragon Parts, 15k from you, so that brings us to
27.
27k. We still need to bring it up to 13. Is it okay if we use 13k from, I don't know, some of your purse and then some treasury, guys?
I don't have any money in my purse. That 15k was all I had. But like the gold split. Can
Ditto.
Wild take
I
a little
have,
bit extra to get a
Well-
much more powerful weapon?
We have over 110,000 gold.
thought we're sorting it out and then splitting it
So,
after
I-
like we sorted everything.
A 13k from 110 is still 97,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that before we split.
We're doing this before we split the gold, but can we take 13k out of the gold value?
Right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was what this whole thing was about. So you could take from the bucket before we split it.
Yes, yes.
Cool,
All right,
thank
yeah.
you.
All right,
We just
we'll
wanted to
take
double
from the
check.
bucket.
Cool. So that leaves 97k total to be distributed. In my head, I have worked out per party. But anyway, we've got the we've got the money.
We have the technology.
Okay.
Uh,
and remove the dragon language as well.
and Roz will spend the next day hammering away and getting this weapon done. Because
Wait,
Runeforge charged it to 50,000 from the 100,000 craft.
I have a decent roll. I mean, I have a pretty good roll if you want it, like portent wise.
Yeah, sure. If I have to roll, I've been doing pretty well.
Probably a 3/4 roll again, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
I've got a plan. If we need to roll for it, like
What is
if
it?
Making
Well-
the weapon.
Yeah. Will we be rolling for this weapon to make it?
Look, I don't think so. With all the time that we've got, and all the resources that we've got, and all the skill that you guys have got, I feel that particularly because we haven't used our inspirations and that, and
Cool.
I feel that it would just be bad luck for it not to work.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you,
Yeah.
Arctic.
and if, it,
Yeah,
if
you
rolled
know
like a
what you're
1,
doing.
you had inspiration, then I'd make it a 16. So either
Yeah,
way, we get.
right,
No,
yeah.
I think no matter what we do, we get a good roll.
All right. Well, a day goes by. Do you guys want to do anything in that day? Anything?
I think
wanna-
Jake wanted some nice leather armor as well. Like
I was
further.
just gonna wait till I got my gold, and then I was gonna try to
okay.
upgrade to like a better shield and better armor.
I read the cool book on primordial language.
Yeah, cool. You study your book and learn a bit about their cultures, and that there are 4 different dialects, and they're all pretty distinct and unique.
All right.
I suppose for me, since I wrote the Doomsday Book, is there anyone who like put down that their profession was like a like that they knew how to play like a lute?
What's this for?
Parallaxis. So let's get him trained, like how to actually play the thing. 'Cause he has multiple. He has like 4 instruments now.
Doesn't it always sound awful to loot?
No, it's
Except
indestructible.
claws.
Oh.
We can use that to jam doors open.
Because we sent some adventurers. Like, no, they died. Never mind.
Hmm.
No, there was like a dwarf and a bard that we saved for some drow because they were slaves. We sent them here.
Yeah,
Are they still
we
here?
teleported them here.
Yeah,
Could I ask
yeah.
the bard to teach Alexis how to play the lute?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And the fire giantess, whom we have had very little to do with, but has been kind of tagging along so far, she wants to learn to play the lute as well because Dad always said that playing instruments was for the lower classes and for prostitutes and thieves and those kind of people. So she wants to rebel by learning how to play the electric guitar.
Has to go
But the
find
lute,
a lightning giant. For the giant.
right? But an electric lute will have to substitute her.
Cast lightning bolt out of the end
That's
of it.
it. That's all it takes. Or maybe play it with shocking grasp.
In the years to come,
Yeah.
in the years to come, she's gonna find other kindred spirits amongst the giants, different races of the giants, and form a fucking fantastic band.
We have
That's
to
it.
free Harshnag, and he can take her under his wing.
They might be giants.
They are giants.
Wild.
Yeah,
It's done.
it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Show
And
me,
At,
show
at
me.
this point in time, it's wrapped in cloth.
Unwrap it,
Now-
unwrap it, unwrap it.
It's got a name.
What's it called?
I present to you the All-Father's Judgment.
Oh,
John.
I do like that name.
John.
And there's art for it in the Discord that our own Jackie drew.
Mhm.
Brilliant.
And all this is like very specific meaning, like what it's all meant to be. So we got the gold dragon representing the strongest of the dragons, and we got the kind of storm giant colored hand there, and the lightning just kind of sparks off it here and there, representing the storm giants, the strongest of the strong.
Hell yeah. Alright, so it's the what is it? 3d6 because we spent 50k?
Yep.
Okay. Where is it? 2d6.
God, it's
And
good
now
weapon
we
lore.
sell it.
Yeah,
I actually
sure.
love this. I love this art. It looks so.
It looks
cool.
amazing.
Thanks, Crash.
Is it really that small for everyone? Because it's not for me. It's
The
Yeah.
second
it's
one's
not-
good. The
The second one,
big.
the second one's bigger.
All right. For me,
Oh.
it's exactly the same size.
Yeah,
Press,
same.
press open original when you click on the picture.
It does. If you like zoom in on the head of the gold dragon, the detail's really really nice.
It's got nostril hairs.
It has everything. It's so cool.
See those little baubles, whatever they're called, like catfish have.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's really cool. You can imagine it dancing, right? Like all the flames flickering.
Now you gotta animate it.
Fuck off.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, nah.
Can you cast Firestorm with it? That's the real question. Flame Strike and Lightning Bolt. That thing called Lightning. That'd be sick. That's a good idea for a legendary weapon or an artifact. Is it always on fire, or is it like a lightsaber, or is it like a dull?
The idea that they had is that the lightning turns off. The fire's just the metal. It's just a rigid, jagged sword.
Oh yeah, when
so-
he like unsheaths it, the lightning happens.
Like zip, zip, zap.
The lightning is just a little static effect. It's not there permanently. It's just we drew it in so you guys could kind of get the idea.
Yeah. So the flame isn't actually flame. It's just
It's just like a
a twisted, spiky sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a flat blade. If you look at it sideways, it'd be completely flat. But like the blade is in the shape of like fire.
Why don't you draw it at all 4 angles?
Fuck
Yeah.
Ed,
off.
Jackie, jeez, this is the worst sword present ever.
I quit.
No,
Find someone else.
come back.
All right. Well, let's split this gold.
All right.
I didn't pull 13k out of the gold, so
Yeah, someone who's got that. Do that.
Okay, Aberdale,
don't
are you
know,
doing it or
like-
am I doing it?
I shall do it if you wish for me to do it.
You can do it then.
Tree Zuri. Tresseri. So have you so you haven't minus the 13k.
No.
So let's get that out of the way real quick.
And the dragon, brain and heart, and the hide.
Dragon Brain and Heart and all the hide?
All the hide.
What about the bonds?
They're still there.
Brain and Heart is gone. Okay. So did we get rid of that boomerang +1? Oh, what are other items that we got rid of real quick? Because I don't know if we got rid of all of them.
I think that was it.
Okay.
But I don't think we got rid of the boomerang.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Did we get rid of the boots, the striding and springing?
Nope.
And we didn't get rid of those gold rings, giant size ones?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. And okay, so we're minusing that. How much? 13k?
Yeah.
13k.
So it brings us to 48,264. Do you want to split the entirety of all our money, or do we want to also liquefy some of our goods?
I think we'll do what we did before, where we split it, but have one part of it
An
go
extra
back into
share.
it, like an extra
Yeah.
share to stay in like the treasury.
Okay, so let's add this all together. Is it okay if we sort of convert this all just to gold?
Yeah, just get rid of.
For quick being for less pain.
For quick maths.
For quick maths.
I like getting rid of like the
What-
gown made of gold ingots and rings.
What was the question?
Could we? Could I just convert all our currencies to gold for just easy?
Oh yeah, yeah,
cool.
absolutely, yeah. Don't worry about transaction rates and shit like that.
Cool. So what is it? 100 copper makes a gold. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
3, 4,
But tell me
7.
we won't have 34,000 like copper anymore.
We'll have 347 gold out of it and 28 copper.
28 copper. We'll need that in the future.
So, I mean, I can. How many people can I gentle repose with that? And speaking of, I should go. We should. Can I have go? We need to go resurrect those people that we killed or that got killed. Well, I'll math that out after I add all the money together. 4, 8, 2, 6, 4. And I just add another 0 for platinum to become gold.
We don't have any electrum pieces, so that's good.
So that's
Yeah.
70. So without liquefying anything, that is 74,384. For 349. Sorry. And then I'll just quickly. And then I'll divide it by how many we got? 9, including the party funds.
Like the only time I've ever seen like electrum pieces was in Curse of Strahd. It was like we got them. It was like, oh, we know we're in a horror setting.
Am I splitting 74k 9 ways?
Because it's 8 players,
Yeah.
combined with the treasury.
Cool. That is 8,261.
Yeah. It's just like it's interesting for me because you guys get a lot of treasure. You really do. But then you have to split a lot of ways too, and so these massive numbers always kind of start dwindling when we break it up.
Yeah.
Well, when you hear like 97,000 gold, it's like that is a lot.
Oh, I went from being able to walk to immobile.
Okay. What we have in treasury now is what the treasury has. 8261 gold for everyone else as well individually.
Including Wild, yeah?
Does he deserve it?
Please, sir.
He doesn't really.
What the fuck, motherfucker? Livy's a traitor!
That's all it took. Wonderful. Cool. Can't remember how many knocked out people there were. 5 did we decide on? Or dead people rather.
Yeah, we'll go with 5. Yeah, 5.
Okay.
5 slaves, dead slaves.
So
Could
that
I have? Oops, sorry. You go ahead.
no, I was just making sure. So 8,261. That's the right number, right?
Yeah. 8261.
Okay, so I take 4,130 and put it in Parallax's sword. Should have came up with a bigger number. Should have come up with a better deal than half.
Yeah.
He is a rich boy now.
I need 15,000 to resurrect all of those slaves.
Wait, why is it 15?
Because it's 300 gold apiece. Wait, 15,000? Sorry, 1,500 I meant to say.
Okay.
So that's enough. I have enough for that. I would like to go on a day trip to the forest with the clerics where we freed those slaves.
Like the hobbits.
Was it where the hobgoblins were, like the hill giant land?
No.
The yaks?
You know how where the yaks, how a few people died within the yak village, and then I gentle reposed them.
Yeah.
And they said that they had a cleric where they came from that could keep gentle reposing them until I return to resurrect them.
Yeah.
Can I go on a day trip or a couple day trip to go and resurrect those people?
Absolutely. And when you do, and you start reuniting people with the towns, when you reunite the elves with their people, one of the elves that you rescued was an important person. I hesitate to call them royalty, but that's their nobility at the very least. Now, if I can just find the reference to it, they acknowledge what you've done for them. Where are we? Elves, here we go. Here we go.
Elves.
So up in the Moonwood, the elves acknowledge what you've done in freeing the various slaves, and they want to show their gratitude. In fact, they want you to know that the spirits of the Moonwood itself appreciate your gratitude. They look upon you and your settlement as allies. There's a lot to like about you. You know, the fact that you're a group of various, often strange and even outcast races, all working together for the good of the realm. To them, it's a truly heroic and magnificent story. And now it's personally affected them. You've rescued one of their important people, one of their nobility. And so the druids of the Moonwood, or mostly elves, they give each of you a supernatural gift called a Charm of the Slayer. Where is this Charm of the Slayer? Maybe it might just be here in Roll20. Charm of... Does it list it? It does list the Charm of the Slayer. So here we go. There's your charm. They will give you your charms, and when you activate them, it will turn one of your weapons into either a dragon slayer or a giant slayer. for 9 days after you activate it.
For 9 days.
They hope that will be of some use to you.
Awesome.
They give each of us one?
Or just
Wait,
one.
is it a
each-
physical
everyone.
item?
Oh,
yeah,
everyone one?
I will-
everyone gets one of these. Maybe it's like a nut that you break open and the oil drips over your blade.
And
I
it
will
doesn't
give
have to be
mine-
non-magical?
I work on things that are already enchanted. No, it'll just turn things into like a +1 Dragon Slayer, for example.
I will give mine to Roz. I have no need for it. Mine does both damage
Yeah.
already.
Thank you, Ward. I'll appreciate that.
It's alright. Thank you for the sword. I really do appreciate it. Also,
Wait,
I have a question for you, Arctic. I think I might be doing my crits. Like, I thought I was doing that wrong, but now I think I'm doing it even worse.
Wronger?
So
Even
with
wronger.
even wronger, with brutal critical, like so, I roll 3d6 extra damage on my greatsword for dragon/giants. Would that then be like when you crit? That's an extra 3d6, yes?
One additional weapon damage.
Yeah, so if
So I
you have like a
only
D10
get-
weapon, you get an extra D10. So it's
Okay,
only
yeah.
for the what type of weapon it is kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So it's not
And
for
you
the.
get one more
Okay, so
D6.
but okay, so for the 2d6, would I then roll 4d6 or
You roll
5d6?
1
3d6.
extra die.
So it'd be
So
3d6
only
in
one of
total.
your 6.
So 3d6 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why some people take the Great Axe, because it's a 1d12, and so when they're brutal critical, they add another d12 rather than a single d6 with like a great sword. It's like weird, like statistic,
Yeah, but I think great sword is
min-maxing
more.
sort of thing.
I think the great sword is do more consistent damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird stuff, like kind of power gaming sort of stuff territory.
But that's okay at this stage of the campaign. I kind of feel yeah, you guys have done so much throughout the whole campaign that everything that you've gotten, which is a lot of stuff, everything you've gotten, you've earned it the hard way, and you've often made it yourself half the time too. So while we certainly are getting right into the Pathfinder levels of fucking dice damage and shit, like this is getting pretty extreme at this point. There's nothing wrong with that because we are at this point, right?
Mm.
This is
Like,
this is where we start challenging the gods. We just caught one in our fishing bucket, and we don't know what to do with the little bastard.
Alright,
Like,
hold up.
we're
I'll
only,
roll
like,
my
level
weapon as a crit real quick, and then tell me if that's correct. Somehow.
Good idea.
Oh wow, it was a crit.
No, it's because it's 11.
Yeah, I put it on 1 as a crit.
So
That's
you
what
roll
I
2d6, roll 3. Yeah, that's right.
Like we're
Mhm.
only level 12,
That's
and I
correct.
can already understand why
Okay.
people don't like level 20. Well, no one
No,
actually plays.
I think people do like level 20, but they don't like level 20 when it's from you start from like high level or something. I think
Yeah,
it's
you want
fine
to be able to
in-
get there yourself. Like
Yeah.
Critical Role is a great example because they went from nothing to saviors of the world kind of thing.
Yeah.
You will have something behind it. You're just going to be like, I am this guy from this.
could
This is
We
why
had-
I am so strong.
we had 20 whole days in the giant thing. Could I have like painted or drawn the area at like a nice angle where I could catch the Vonendot in there too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Are we gonna have to go on a quest to like take down the myth hawks? Like they activate the Vodendod?
No, they don't have the cool fire or the big ass gem. They have to find another huge ass gem. Another 2 actually.
With the 2 now. Yeah.
They're already having a hard
Where
enough
do you even
time.
find a ruby that big? Like,
Center
go
of the
to
earth, maybe. Like that's
elemental
my
plane of
guess.
earth.
There's probably
Yeah,
magic
elemental
they
plane.
could use to turn many small gems into one bigger gem.
Possibly. Yeah, that might be cheating, but maybe that works. But yeah, I think that you probably go to a different plane of existence, to be honest. Go to an elemental plane, yeah, as you
Or you
suggest.
just
Or
go to the plane of
something.
fire and go to the shops there.
the plane of giant
You can do
rubies.
that. Yeah, yeah. What the fuck? Why don't we just go there? It's an obvious
We're
choice.
so stupid. Why don't we take the go to the plane of giant rubies? It's in the name.
We'll cut through the plane of giant diamonds, through the plane of giant emeralds, wrap around, get to
plane
the
of
plane of giant
adamantine.
rubies.
It's a good plan. It's a good plan.
Pass through the plane of adamantine while we're there.
But you know, this is a villain who couldn't work out how to cast Identify on his phone to work out what he was no mastermind.
I might visit the plane of fully formed Vonendods while I'm there.
Plane of Ring of Four Seasons. There's one for each of us.
I got one on all my fingers.
Oh, why don't we pop over to Larlock, give one to him, eh? He's our old pal after all.
And he just opens a chest that's got like hundreds of them in, and he just puts it in. Like,
So, another Ring of Four Seasons in my collection. Soon I'll learn all the seasons. Turmeric. Alright. What else do we do? Can I like set up a sort of thing where my my Church of Denier kind of like go back and forth between the Moonwood elves? Because most of them are elves too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Gotta share knowledge, both of the earth and of the civilized. Well, I mean, they're not really that uncivilized. They're all elves. Setting up good correspondence with the Moonwood elves. And can they source me a location of a fairy circle?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sick.
They warn you, however, that this is a dark fairy circle.
Oh, it's gonna take me to the Sealy court or the Unsealy. That's Unsealy.
Yeah, the Unsealies, that's right. So they're a little bit mad, they're a little bit mischievous. They're still fairies, so they're all, you know, they don't
And all pricks.
they're not evil in our traditional sense. They're more like
Whimsical.
yeah, and nasty and cruel and spiteful and malicious. So I guess maybe they are kind of evil, but it's a different kind of evil. It's a childish evil. It's the evil that your
Mischievous.
girlfriend gives you when, you know, she's pissed off at
She twists your words.
you. Yeah! No, just kidding. Yeah, but yeah, it's that kind of dark side of the Feywild.
I think my favorite thing about the Unseelie is like the origin of the Quicklings. Is that what they're called? The small fairy people that are extremely fast.
Yeah,
Because they were
they are
late
really
one day.
Is that how it happened, is it?
Yeah, they were like late or something, and so like the queen of the court cursed them with being like extremely fast, and therefore like they can't keep up with it. Like they go so fast, and their like lifespan is also accelerated and all that kind of stuff.
Ah, yeah.
It's pretty interesting. All right.
oh yeah. I know it's probably a pretty small thing, but we have another spell book for the collection.
Oh, do we? Is there any new
Yeah, the
spells
fire
for you?
giant one.
The fire giant
but
one,
drow
or is
spell
this the
book.
drow? Okay.
Yeah, that can go. In
No identify. I see.
That can go in the tower with the rest of them. And as always, the students have permission to use it. Like if they get permission from the other guy.
The ones that your guy lets them.
Yeah.
Give them greater
Raven.
invisibility, and they'll steal whatever other spells they need.
I think they only have like second level spell slots.
What is Ivan's Black Tentacles? I've never heard of that one.
You spawn black tentacles in an area that smack around. Oh, it like opens a dimension or portal sort of thing.
It's just anime, man. That's all it is.
Yeah. So like it's kind of reminiscent of like a boss attack in an MMO. Just spawns a bunch of tentacles in an area and it's like pitch black and you can't see anything. You get smacked around.
Here it
The
is.
tentacle.
Tentacles are from another plane of existence.
Like we have a monster folder and apprentice wizard and giant wasp are the only two things in it.
Apprentice wizards are monsters. We're monster slayers. Now what do we do?
Well, barges in with a new sword, kills them all.
Hmm.
Oh, apprentice wizards only have level 1 spell slots. Things like God damn it,
Identify.
No, they don't have identify.
Ah,
What use
They-
are
No,
they?
they-
Give them.
They have burning hands, disguise self, and shield.
I don't think Duke Zolto would have been able to cast Identify. He didn't have a pearl.
Oh, they
Either.
did have a in the entire palace.
Where would he find one of those?
I
He's
don't know.
done.
Where does he
The
get the
fool.
ship mast quarter of staves? From the sea nearby? There is no sea.
I mean, at least they have firebolt. Like, they're good against trolls.
There you go.
The Rose
Pretty-
pimping out Roz's smithy.
That's a big dragon skull. It's
What is it?
huge.
I wasn't here for it. Where did we get it from?
It's size large. It's a bronze plated giant skull from the Duke Zolto.
Yes.
From Iron Slag.
Oh, I copy and pasted the description to the treasury.
Is it
He
size
will
large
find
or
a
it's
way to
size
do it.
huge? Can't remember anymore. It weighs 750 pounds regardless.
I mean, that's one hell of a way to attract customers. There's a
Yeah.
dragon skull in that smithy. Let's
Oh,
go in
oh.
there. They probably have some dragon things.
That's why
Oh.
I'm doing it.
I was thinking about having it like hang from the top.
Oh yeah, and just
Like
Like a
collapse the building.
chandelier sort of
Oh,
thing.
like how they
Yeah.
hang sharks up?
Yeah.
Sure.
We're gonna need some good engineering to keep this building.
Look at
But Roz's smithy isn't huge. It's, smithy.
It's like
So
one of the
Wait.
most advanced smithies in the world. What are you
You could-
talking?
You could put it like, yeah, it has a rune forge. You can tell.
That's true.
You're like, it's a small
Yeah,
and
you
humble
probably
thing. It's like,
The rest of it is a mud hut, though, guys.
That's all the money went into the rune forge. You couldn't afford wood.
I'm pretty sure like every other dwarven smith in the world would actually kill someone to get access to this forge.
I didn't think about it like that. It's
Suddenly it all looks bigger to me in here.
yeah, I guess this is a pretty good forge, huh?
Yeah, like
Mhm.
I've just got a tower with some like books in it.
I've
There-
what
there's-
have I?
There's
Did I
also a
get a
bird.
library?
Yeah, I do have some pretty cool stuff in here. By the way, like Roz, he also gets little things here and there that he gets like while adventuring. So the silver bulldog he got, that's probably on like a desk or somewhere in there, just chilling.
Yeah.
Really interesting items in here.
Definitely a life well lived.
So you're hanging it up or what?
Yeah, sure, we'll hang it from the roof. We can
Just
make it
need to
pretty
get
cool.
level 8 spell slots so I can outlive all of you.
I was thinking about maybe putting like having it be a really big candle holder, and have candles melt on top of it. I don't know, it might look cool.
That's really cool. It's like a giant chandelier. How are you gonna get up there and light them?
Funnily enough, there's this thing that exists in D&D called magic.
What are you trying to light? The chandelier.
Yeah.
I could, if you wanted to, if you wanted to burn 50 gold a pop, I could cast. What is it? Continual flame.
Fireball.
I could do that for free. No, I can't. I'm joking. I could get profit to do that for free.
Wait, do what?
Cast fireball in Roz's shop.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll upcast it for you for free.
Thanks.
While we're all gathered at the smithy, I believe didn't Nap want some stuff?
I
Better
haven't found
shield.
out how broke I was, so I'm fine.
What, you just got a bunch of money though, didn't you?
Yeah, but like a +2 shield's gonna cost so much. I don't think I can quite afford it.
+2 shield will be 8 grand.
Half to 4 because of the Rune Forge, right?
Yeah, when we make it ourselves, half to 4. That's right. Of which 2 is money and 2 is material.
Oh,
Cool.
it's not too expensive. I was looking at the same magical thing, and it's like you said, double that, and it's like 6,000 in there.
Yeah,
There's plenty of materials too, so.
Make it out of dragon bone.
Dragonbone.
We have so much dragon bone.
You have a lot of Dragonbone.
Yeah. Well, the dragon bone. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I was thinking of weapons for some reason, but
Do we need that many weapons?
no. But I was thinking for like the town for our guards people
Maybe
here.
we
but
use adamantine.
yeah, we got adamantine now. It's fine. It's fine. I'll figure something else out for the bones. We'll get this going now. Let's get this shield going.
Can you give us a stat block for this golem before we all forget about it? Because I already did forget about it until just now.
Iron
Iron
Golems are like
Golem?
challenge rating
Yeah.
21, aren't they? They're fucking ridiculous.
I'm not sure, but they are very powerful. If you use, it's in the compendium, Iron Golem.
Is it a big? Oh, I imagine it was like a small little iron golem. Is it a big one?
It only lasts an
I'm not
hour though,
sure.
as opposed to the endless
It's-
iron golems.
If it's the one
I
in
don't
the
know.
compendium, it's a large construct.
Oh, cool.
Right,
Okay.
yeah, large. That sounds right. Yeah,
They
they're
are
very big.
immune to fire, poison, psychic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't adamantine.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're effectively invincible against fucking
Common
regular
people.
troops.
You know what we
Yeah.
are? We're a Minecraft village with one of the big dudes.
I said that earlier.
No.
He only said that.
You did?
Amazing.
That's funny.
Wait, it
Whoa.
heals from fire damage? Wow.
Why don't we make an adamantine golem and put the super flame guy in it?
Because we don't have an elemental that we can trap. Wait. Yes, we do. But that would be silly.
I'm just making it anyway.
Do we
Yeah.
have 9th level spells? Yeah, we get 9th level spells, make an adamantine iron golem, cast wish to bind the Dawn Titan to the adamantine,
That's what it's called, the Dawn Titan.
Mhm.
That's a dope name.
or
Yes,
the
and
it's
it
its
is
other
literally
title
the
is the
Tyler,
Inferno.
It's like
this
the
Titan,
first. It's the
Arctic's
first fire.
description, it used to roam the multiverse. And then the gods came up out of nowhere, got into a fight with it, and that's how people were made, right?
That's the long and the short of it. That's mythology. Yeah.
What the fuck?
And we have it in a bottle.
It's just sitting on the mantelpiece.
I'm just keeping it on my person, thank you very much.
No surprise, Dromegis here.
No surprise dramages. The dramages instant summons was written on the inside of the flask, you see? That's why we couldn't
So
see it.
they've just got it written like a dozen times on the inside, and they keep wasting the diamond. It's like it's to the northeast. It's like, God damn it! Why haven't they put it down yet?
Alright. Fuck. That's funny. Can I? Oh man, if only I could stuff 2 people in the can.
Because you want to use
Wait.
it, I guess.
Who needs a troll pit when we have a fire elemental pit?
'Cause I think it'll be an empty pit after a few rounds.
I sentence you to the Dawn Titan pit. Opens the Dawn Titan pit. Oh shit, where's the Dawn Titan gone?
This is like a bottomless hole. Like,
There's just a hole from like the pit to like the center of the earth. Like, oh, where did it go?
yeah.
You just throw them down the pit anyway.
Could we have airlifted the giant forge?
Don't think so.
It was circle shaped. We could have rolled it.
I think it was a
Put an X sign,
semicircle.
roll it out.
Arctic. This might sound weird, but for fun, while Roz was making Nap's shield, is there any way I could put a petrification eye from a beholder into this?
Oh fuck.
And it have some little effect. Maybe when someone stares at the shield for like I don't know a round, they might turn. I don't know something.
The short answer is yes. but it will double the base price of the thing. Like they work in increments, right? And so,
Okay.
so if you've got a shield that normally costs 100,000 gold, and you go and add even a fairly simple little enchantment to it, it just goes and doubles it.
I see.
The increments are pretty steep. So if I don't assume that you've got a spare attunement slot, do you? No way, right?
Me? Actually, yes.
All right. Well, that's different. And because then you could just go ahead and make like a helmet or something that has this, and the factor wouldn't be crazy anymore. It'd be like, let's say, petrification is like the stone to flesh. I think is a 4th level spell or 5th level. Might be 5th level spell.
Stone
Yeah,
to
I
flesh.
think stone flesh to
I think
stone.
stone
Yeah.
to flesh is a pretty high
It's like
level spell.
6th or 7th.
6. Okay. So right. So we'll go with 6. So stone to flesh is a 6th level spell. You'd be able to cast that once per day, but even because it is a 6th level spell, it's going to be a pretty expensive thing to cast. It's not like
Right.
making a spell that does a 1st level spell once per day, which is pretty cheap. So that's kind
That's
of.
fine.
how it
I was just looking in like the little things I have and seeing if I could just chuck it in there with it, see if
I mean,
anything would happen. But
There's probably
No.
a slow spell that's a lower level if you really want to
Yeah,
do something.
slow.
no, I was just seeing if I could.
Slow is a spell. It's pretty good.
Theoretically, you can, but when you start going making these sort of mid-level items can be done, but when you really want to start making really cool shit, it's just usually easier to just go and find the bastard. You know, it's just so expensive
Someone's
to make
made
some
it.
really cool
Let's go
stuff.
find it.
Ross just had
right.
this-
Like, why make a staff of power that can do fucking 15 different spells when you can just steal it?
Roz just had this incredibly precious material holding around, so he was like, fuck it, put it in there, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good idea.
I need to buy a book on the planes too, if we want to go plane hopping.
A Cessna, the smallest of the planes.
Well, since we're nearly at the end of the session, it doesn't seem like we're leaving Zymorvan Hall. Roz is going to disappear on everyone and go into the smithy by himself for a bit. And he wants to start making a weapon for himself.
And Wild is also going to disappear because, again, family's here and I've got to go socialize. So thank you very much for the session. It was a very fun one. Thank you very much. And I'll see you
You're
next week
welcome.
for the people that aren't going to be around on Discord later.
Cool.
Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
If I wanted to sell some items, like particularly these ones, how much could I like get for them?
Shield, frost, knave's eye, double-bladed
Let me have
sling. The knave's eye patch is pretty good.
I remember that like costing a lot. I wanted to like try to like really upgrade myself for this last boss fight.
Yeah.
Singular boss fight, huh?
I mean, I don't want
And-
to instantly die to the dragon, basically.
Mm.
To at least go, there's the dragon, and then die. I want to see
What
it
are the-
first. That'd be
What
amazing.
did the eye patch? What did the eye patch do?
So it's you can't be your mind can't be read, and you can't be telepathically contacted unless you allow them to. You don't suffer a sunlight sensitivity if you have
Oh, that's not the whole thing.
advantage on wisdom. Yeah, perception checks that rely on sight.
There it is.
That's pretty cool.
There you go. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, this is the total that you are offered for the items secondhand.
Ooh,
I could
yes.
use that
Hold
eye
on,
patch
Talon.
because I still have daylight sensitivity. Does it require attunement?
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I have to get rid of it. I've got too many things to attune to. If you want it, I can give it to you. I don't mind.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Check my attuned items.
I'll sell everything except for the eye patch then.
Yeah, because like we're in warmer weather now. I mean, aren't we?
Yes.
What is the
We're
weather
going-
like more than whole like for like a cold-blooded lizard anyway?
It's swampy, so it's pretty cold. It's
I think we were talking about like sort
yeah.
of Irish, Scottish swamp.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Does Ireland have lizards?
Do they
Not
have lizards?
necessarily. They have, I think they don't have snakes, but they do have probably like skinks. I'd say. Yeah.
Ireland reptiles. They have lizards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
they don't.
Only one though.
Is it a skink?
Oh, it's a land lizard. The viviparous or common lizard. There you go.
God.
Don't have very many.
Okay, I suppose now we should all say goodbye to Sash then. If we're, are we ending for the night then?
We lost 2 people. We may as well, right?
Okay.
I don't know. Steven's here, but
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's a whole lot else we can get into without moving on.
Mm.
I had a question about the Charm Slayer, because it says use on a sword. Does it mean like an unenchanted sword?
Yeah,
just any
yeah. Well, you can add it to an enchanted sword if you want, but like it's most useful on an unenchanted one because it makes it a +1 weapon. But if you add it to a normal magical weapon, then it'll just increase it with the
Because I was wondering if I could put it on like Dancing Blade.
Yeah, no, you couldn't put it on the dancing blade because the dancing blade's already kind of special. But you could put it on an ordinary +1 sword.
So +1 would give it the fun cool bonuses, but anything that has like an alternative enchantment, it just adds a plus to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's basically right. Yeah, they just cancel each other out basically.
Cool.
Put simply.
How much is it for like a +2 rapier then?
+2 rapier, you can pick one up for 8,000.
Or you can get Roz to
Or you can,
craft it for
yeah, that's right.
400.
For
4,000.
4,000, of which 2,000 is gold and 2,000 is material.
We've plenty of dragon bone. We have adamantine if you wanted to use that. I don't think a rapier takes up much in the whole scheme of 10 tons.
I suppose since but I'll ask, like, does Havellax actually have a plan for like his horde, or is he just sort of gathering it?
Well, it's kind of, yeah, the short answer is no, but the longer answer is it's for his family.
I mean, it's 8,000 gold, so it's a pretty substantial.
He's richer than me from like he's the 1% already.
Yeah.
Wait, so could I borrow that adamantine and then Rosa's time? Well, not now, but like later. To like get that?
Should be right, yeah.
Cool.
Why don't you get adamantine bullets?
I gotta use some of the
Oh,
adamantine
yes.
too, as well, for my
+2
weapon.
adamantine bullets. How much would that cost? Pretty cool. Oh, and then I could get haste and like shoot twice around. Oh god, I don't want to do this.
Pew pew.
I also have mithril on me too, if you guys want to use mithril.
Do you have any fun substances?
Me?
Like the
I-
exotic ones?
Not anymore, really. For the fun stuff I have is 1 petrification eye, 1
I mean like the
telekinetic.
medals, the fun medals you had back from Silvery Moon a while ago.
Nah, I gave them to my master, and I was like, "You can keep them, brother."
Alright. We need to find some more at some point.
Well, but I do have the mithril. That's it.
What's even the difference between mithril and adamantine? I don't really know.
I have a lock of
Mithril-
hair from a dragoness of undetermined color.
Nice. I only know the difference between the armor. Apart from adamantine being virtually indestructible.
I have a cursed Gosma sock worth 200 gold.
Sock? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, sock.
Okay.
Anyway. While you own this sock, you can never find all your socks will mismatch.
Oh yeah.
Mithril is known as
halfway.
true metal for the dwarves as well. That's what they call it.
I suppose at this point, since we're just talking about metals, we can all say goodbye to Sash.
Auf Wiedersehen, Sash.
Goodbye, Sash.
We'll see you all soon.